Hey, Bella. How you doing tonight? Oh, the idea was to let people come up, wasn't it? All right, give me a minute. Okay, I gotta open up. Okay, y'all hang tight. I'll get this set up. Set up now. Set up now. Set up now. I can't talk and think at the same time, y'all. Here we are. I can't talk and think at the same time, y'all. Here we are. I can't talk. Okay. I think we have it. So you guys can hang out with each other. You can come up here. We can take 10 up here on this one. I'm probably not going to be very good company. And if somebody does come up, well, then I'm going to, what the hell with it? I'm going to eat a little bit while we're here because I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day. And my throat's all closed up, like I'm sure all yours are. So I may not need too much anyway. You all so far ahead of me about calling everybody out individually. Thanks for coming. Hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. I don't know. Moonchild, good to see you. Is it snowing up there, Moonchild? We get snow out here. It was almost 60 degrees today, and now it's a smooth 32 with snow flying. Well, look, I'll tell you what, I'm a little self-conscious about this. I'm going to close my camera down. We can all still chat. And if somebody wants to come up, just let me know in chat first. I'll turn it back on and I'll see. Or, hey, no, maybe I'll probably see you anyway. Oh, did I get oh? Shit. All right, let's do this. All right. All right, Ghetto, are you happy now? Criticize everything I do, man. Somebody try that and see if it'll work. Camo, I got no idea what you mean by that. Good evening, Sir Von Eric.
Hey, what's up, my brother Tom?
Snowing in Baltimore, buddy?
No, not yet. It got a little cold though, but it ain't snow yet.
Sit tight.
Love you, bro.
Good evening, Ghetto.
Good evening, sir.
What's up,
All right,
man?
I'll still talk. I'm gonna close this down. Y'all don't need to see all this pretty anyway. Let me get a bite to eat in here real quick.
Oh yeah,
I'm here.
get your grub on. Me and Vaughn got this. We won't burn your channel down.
Right.
I hear you. Hey, let me know if somebody wants in. Can you see if somebody
No,
wants in?
we can't see that part. But
Oh shit. Well, maybe
you set your notification. You can
Yeah,
still, yeah.
I can still see that.
I love old people. Now, if I turn my camera off, can I still see the screen?
Tired,
I love you,
man.
Tom.
I'm so tired.
Man. Hey, Ghetto, I'm sorry, man. I was getting emails late on my what's that thing? I didn't get it through Gmail. I usually get it through my what's that? What's that thing that Microsoft got?
Oh, you're all in one emails. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
um,
It's all good. I was going to write you back here just a minute ago when I seen you had messaged me back, but I was going to tell you to come on up over here. Let's keep Tom company, you know.
yeah, yeah. It's
I
that bad.
appreciate that, man. I really do.
Oh, you're welcome.
I was up all day on Hawk's channel, helping
Oh, okay.
the prayer thorn with Aunt Willie, Auntie. I forgot her last. Auntie Well. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was helping them out, and I ended that with them, and then I got a little sleepy. Man,
Yeah.
that's an amazing thing about Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do I got an echo or is that you guys?
I don't hear an echo.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's me.
I don't have one either. But yeah, I wouldn't have met all of y'all if I would have never gotten a parent. I would have never met Ghetto. If
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I never got
Well, Tom as well.
right.
Thank you, Minnie.
Yeah,
And thank you, Silver Grill.
I think it's
But
safe to
yeah,
say that nobody in this entire group, chat and all, would know each other if it wasn't
uh,
for Dangerous.
yeah, for the most part, I mean, there's only a few out here that I known before I met Dangerous. But yeah, for the most part, collectively, yeah, because that's where I met Hawk. I wouldn't have my dog right here.
right.
I mean,
I
I would
knew
have
Hawk
probably,
before.
yeah, I knew I would have eventually probably met Hawk or whoever. But you know how it goes. You know, God puts people in our way for a reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, I don't. I'm glad you came up here, Tom. I always, I always put my foot in my mouth, and I always sound like an asshole. So I'm not gonna. But I'm glad you put this on. I wanted to stay up on the other one a little bit more, but um, I don't like celebrating people's life with substances, especially when those substances were um, something that helped that person go. Um,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be disrespectful here, Tom. I'm really trying not to be. I know
Oh no,
everybody.
man. No, and I do appreciate where you're coming from. I tell you what, that was probably a stupid thing for me to do. Um,
Oh no, no, not between you and that. I was more going. I understood where you came from personally because that was something that you wanted to do with your friend.
yeah, and I
And
wasn't going to do it by myself, and I'm not going to
yeah,
do it again. You know, and that I can see it, can't see a reason. But it's
yeah,
just, man, for months I've been fighting this. Damn, I'd love to have a nice cold beer,
Hmm.
and I don't know why I even mentioned it to Ron. He said, "Well, sure, man, we'll do that." And I kind of planned on the New Year's one of the nights doing it, so
yeah.
that's why I did that, man.
Well, no, and I seen that, and like I said, I wasn't. I was definitely not trying to call you out on it or anybody else. Honestly, it's my own. Everybody grieves in their own way and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
since I met him, which honestly, I was just going through all the videos and all that. And I found the very first one I met him on, and then I'm finding the last one I talked to him on because I'm gonna write a little something or make a little something about it. But he just like everybody, he opened us up with open arms. At least until he
yeah,
got to know me, he liked me. Um, nah, me and Ron was cool. But again, thank you for opening this up, Tom. I don't mean to
oh man, my pleasure, my pleasure. And who the hell?
monopolize the conversation.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Um, I don't know. Shit, I don't even know what I want to say.
Well, I have something to say. It's like I haven't knew him for a long time, as long as y'all guys have. But one thing you could feel that he had a good spirit in him. I liked how he opened up about what was going on in his family, and he trusted us to open it up to us and talk about it and things like that. I really, enjoyed that and admired him about that because a lot of people they don't open up, and it's hard for them to open up with strangers and things like that. But he wore his heart on his sleeve, but it was a good heart. We all have differences, and we all don't get along with everybody, but he was true to his heart. And y'all know I'm a black man, so
I didn't know that.
yeah. I just
I
want y'all.
still don't know that. Just saying.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I'm just being bullshit.
I'm not sorry.
I just want y'all to know that. But when Ron opened up his platform to me, I've been on other platforms. I've been on other platforms, but as far as Ron platform, I could not believe that he opened it up, and then after he found out was black, he didn't care. he wasn't.
Well, I don't know.
And even I've been on other platforms of people that has been black and kicked me right off, but he did not. And then the people that was on there didn't treated me cool. Ghetto treated me like a brother. Still treats me like a brother. I'm still trying to see if he actually is a brother. I think one day when we meet, he might just wash the white, and I just see a brother.
I'm waiting to meet the dude's picture that you're using. You're gonna be hot when you see the picture you're using, man.
But
Tom, would you like to address Andrea, or I know you're eating, so it's your
Oh
channel.
wow, Andrea, plain. We lost Ron on Christmas Eve.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. I'm
Sorry.
Yeah. Again, maybe I shouldn't talk, but Andrea, that's all I really know to tell you. That Ron's gone.
Didn't mean to correct you, brother, like that. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Hey. Sometimes you correct a guy, it saves his life, right? So don't ever hesitate.
Yeah. Hey, for real.
Amen to that. Amen.
It's funny how people are touchy about being corrected.
Yeah, that's why I apologize so fast. I'm like, crap. This old man gonna spank me.
When I was younger and better looking, I used to do a lot of rock climbing. And rock climbing is a very dangerous thing to get into. You can die really easily. So, common practice, you're always climbing with other people. You check each other's belts. Because if you slip mentally and you don't do that belt buckle right, that harness can slip open and you can fall out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And first time somebody walked up to me and said, "Let me take a look at that belt buckle." I'm thinking, "Hey, this is my belt buckle." And then I learned why we do that, because we love each other and we don't want to see each other die. And you're doing me a favor to take a look at my belt buckle. So don't ever hesitate. That was my point.
Yeah, no, that was a great analogy.
Yeah.
But since we're not rock climbing, I will never look at your belt buckle. If I look at your belt buckle, you better crack me upside the head.
I'm going to show you my belt buckle right now. I'm going to show it to you right now because Ron would love it.
All right. And if I'm ever out of line here, Tom, please let me know, because I deal with stuff with humor. I deal with everything with humor. And if I'm done.
Can you see that ghetto?
Look, there he goes flashing us, guys.
See?
Is that pure gold?
No.
Oh man, because I
It's
was
grass.
because I was definitely going to ask, can we meet up?
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
Second
What's your
Amendment.
address?
I
Right.
should have just
What's
actually
your
taken the
address?
belt off. Back here in the mountains, man.
Well, I'm gonna need your address because I want that belt buckle.
Right. Right.
I ain't never robbed an old man, but you know, hey,
Hey, it's always the first time.
yeah.
Up until
No, I like.
6 or 8 years ago, my official address when I was telling somebody where I lived is right across the road from Charlie Teeter's feed store. Believe it or not, that was my address.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Now the post office was different, but
Oh wow.
we didn't have physical addresses here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hide again.
Oh, you're good.
He live up in the mountains though.
In the boonies, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that ghetto. We can't.
I wouldn't last neither, man. As soon as I'd have to pretend to be deaf and mute
Right.
for these motherfuckers to take me serious. I'd be all trying to do sign language and redneck hillbilly if there's a way to do that.
We're gonna have to wait for him at the bottom. We're gonna have to just bring that belt buckle at the bottom. We got you.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I know you're eating, so you probably didn't see it. I was just gonna repeat what my wife had wrote. She said, "I just wanted to stop by and tell all of you that I am so very sorry for your loss. Sending hugs and prayers to all with a heart."
Thank you, ma'am. Here I am clicking on your picture, trying to turn your phone on. All right, I'll be right back.
See, we got to keep these old folks on their toes, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Keep them thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the guy across the street from me, Vaughn,
Mm-hmm.
and he's an old school brother. You know, I've talked to you about him.
Right.
But he's like almost 80, and I run over there every time I see him, you know, raking the leaves or doing something in the yard, and he about cracks my head every time I ask him.
Right.
But, you know, I'm just asking him for help, and he's like, well, can't you see that I need to do this stuff? I'm up there in age. I need to remember, and I need to stay, you know, I need to stay fit. And, you know, they see that stuff totally different. Not that Tom's all the way up there, just, you know.
Right. They from a different generation. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he wants to keep his wits about him.
Yeah, that's the. But you know, we're gonna have to do that when we get to there too. We're gonna get there one day too.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna realize, oh, wait a minute, they just go up there. Wait, like, did I say this to someone else? Now this person's saying it to me. Oh man. Oh.
I'll tell you one thing, you can't be too proud to ask for help when you need it. I try to do anything for myself that I can possibly do, but sometimes. Tennessee, I got to tell you something funny. He said, Tennessee mentioned I got no ass to hold my pants up. Tennessee, I also wear suspenders because, like my wife says, my butt to gut ratio has changed. And no, sir, my pants won't stay up.
That sounds like what my wife says, man.
I can't cinch that daggone belt tight enough, man. It's just like I'm like a triangle, you know, with the pointy end down.
I'm sure she's laughing right now.
She's already.
It's what we call pancake ass, Mr. Tom. I got the same thing, pancake ass.
Talking about all iron boards.
Yeah. Vaughn over there with a big old booty.
Oh, shit.
Independent Mini was asking what it said, the belt buckle, Tom. I'm helping you with chat if you don't mind.
Let me take the daggone belt off so that I can get this buckle up to the camera. I've got an entire toolbox on this belt, but that'll be all right. It's a Second Amendment belt. And it say, by the way, Article 2.
Now, you know you can make you a single layout there, Tom. I mean, if you like.
Well, Yeah.
Not trying to work you hard over there, but some people are on their phones, so they probably still won't be able to see.
All right, that worked.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then we go back to 2. What does it automatically? No, I got to. All right.
Well, it's us 3. I mean,
Yeah.
if you care about layout, you can move this one around. Some people do, some people don't. But
I see
no,
people doing that. Why do you do that? So I can sit next to the pretty girl like we did in school?
no, it's so. So if you see if you see your face right now, or
Yeah.
when you're on camera, you're more like rectangled in. So when you do the layout a little different, it widens it, so you're not up as close in the camera view in the
Oh,
layout.
okay. Well, let's play with it. I never
Like I
played.
said, it's up to you. See, so I mean, it gives it a little bit more. You're not all up in it. It's up to you, obviously.
Yeah.
I like that belt, Mr. Tom.
Oh well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
That buckle is ancient. I can't tell you how long I've had that buckle.
Oh, I don't like what Hoot Owl said. She said that Vaughn would last a lot longer in your mountains than I would when we come and get that belt.
Oh,
But
okay. All
Who
right.
else said what? Let me go back and see what he said.
he said that Von Erich would last a whole lot longer in the mountains up trying to get that belt buckle than I would.
Okay.
What does he base that on?
Well, me and Vaughn was saying we needed your address so we can come take that belt buckle if it was real gold.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
And then Vaughn said, "Well, we neither one of us will last there."
Yeah. Well, I don't think being ghetto would last too long there.
I guess if I was deaf and mute, I might. As soon as I'd start talking, boy, I wouldn't last in a lot of them down south towns. Well, I guess you're not down south. Well,
Nah, he's
I'm
up north.
up north,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much up north.
I'll be honest with you. I don't see any reason why either one of you wouldn't get along.
Oh, I know, Tom. I was just playing around, man. I was just playing. It's more for me. It's more a joke because we're up north, and everything down south has always been, indoctrinated into us that everything's
Is different.
Oh yeah, I lived down there for a little bit, and I got to tell you, I was uncomfortable. But that was the town I was in more than likely.
What state was that?
Florida.
Oh,
And it was a small town, Lake City, Florida, and I tended to gravitate more towards I'll just say it, more towards the color folk,
okay.
just because that was my environment here. So and it wasn't that I tried to hang out just with them. You understand what I mean. Well, there's a lot of older white folks that live there in that Florida little town. And they didn't like it much, so it was a bit uncomfortable.
But you was in Baltimore for a little bit, Tom. It's different. Baltimore is different than it is in the mountains as far as the people, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the culture is different.
Yeah, and that's always a thing. Culture everywhere. Hoot owl.
No, I had a friend. He took me around town a little bit. I think we discussed that one night, but this guy would tell me, "Hey, don't stop and talk to those people," because you have all people running up to you wanting money all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I try to be nice to people. I ain't gonna give you no money, but I'll still be nice to you. But Bill wasn't even nice to him, man. He's no, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was pretty good to guide me through the danger.
So Tom, oh sorry, Vaughn.
No, go ahead.
I was just seeing you got one or two of those bracelets from Ron, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you never did? Oh, okay.
I don't wear
for some
stuff
reason
like
you did.
that. I sent him a little money, but I never asked for a bracelet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't have worn it, to be honest, because I just don't. I wear a
One of,
watch. That's the only jewelry and my wedding ring.
one of those bright green, bright pink ones. I can see you in one of those.
Well, you know, that
He,
would
he
have been
made a few
cool.
of them.
I'd love to have one now, but I just figured, you know, what I gave him, I wanted to be useful to him. I didn't want it to cost materials to make me a bracelet.
Yeah,
So
most definitely. So were you there when I read that last part of his mom's email that she sent me?
yes, I was. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if the pipes got fixed, Camo. As far as I know, they owned. Um, it's more of a family owned mobile home, so the boys are going to take over the bills and all that, and his oldest son. The mom's going to talk to the oldest son, and that's actually a question I'm going to ask him if they got the pipes fixed and such.
Oh yeah, he was working on that, right? He was working on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got it done. I hadn't talked to him after that. I actually stopped going to his streams after that because.
I really do think that we also should look out for his younger son because you know he used to have a little. You know, I hope they was got close or work things out. You know, because I don't want anything to bother his little son, his younger son, mentally that his dad gone because you know they used to feud a little bit. So
Yeah,
I pray that it'd be nice if somebody is able to talk to him to let him know Ron really cared for him, that he loved him. You know, it wasn't Ron didn't take it personal, but he just loved him just like a father do. Some things a father may do things because they love you, not
Yeah.
because they don't like you or you don't think that they don't like you or don't love you. They actually do. They correct you because they love you, just like God did. So I
Right.
just pray that someone reach out to his young son and let him know that. You know.
well, I mean, he's got all his videos to watch now. That'd be one thing that, and I'm gonna be frank and honest here. Um, I hope his son doesn't watch quite a bit of them. Me and Ron, that was one of our last arguments. I asked him, I was like, hey man, he might be acting like this because you're telling a bunch of strangers your business about him. Um, so I hope his youngest son doesn't, see some of them. I understand what you mean, Ron. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Right.
I definitely agree with you, but yeah, I'm not sure. I imagine every son knows. I mean, I ain't talked to my dad in I don't know how many years. I seen him this one time. He's only seen my kids, once. That's besides the point. My point is, I'm sure there's some kind of love there.
Mm-hmm.
He got kind of thrown into being full-time dad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, most of us here know the situation.
Yeah.
So, if there's a love there, it's always felt from the parent to the kid. Is kind of what I'll sum it up as.
Yeah, I just pray that. Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
that it is known to them. Because sometimes you just I never met my dad, but by what people said and told me about him, the family, I know we would have been close, regardless of things that he did. And I just think that's good, because you don't want the son to something might get into his head, and then he may, go through life really rough because he's going to think about stuff that him and his dad was going through. So just pray
Yeah.
that the family tell him, even though his dad did this or did that, he did it in love. He didn't did it in hatred.
Right.
He did it in love.
Well, Ron, how long did you sit there waiting, man?
No, you good.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want to say he wanted his boys to know, hey, you guys, I know what you all are up to. I'm not plumb dumb, as far as smoking or whatever. I mean, he just wanted them to know he wasn't dumb.
Right. Right.
He wasn't dumb about the situation. He knew. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, Tom, for bringing us all on.
Well, I just thought maybe somebody might need a little extra
Oh yeah.
fellowship.
Oh yeah. Me included.
It never hurts. It never hurts.
I know he loved us all. You know, he thought a lot of us. Hey, got a couple of his bracelets.
Nice.
Glad I did. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that's something you'll treasure, really.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. From now on. Glad I did it.
Yeah.
Ghetto, I know he loved your ass. I know you guys argued and fought all the time and bullshit and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Didn't we
Yeah.
all?
He didn't like my realness. I get it. No. It's more political stance bullshit, and I don't really have a filter. And you know, even
I'm surprised Ghetto didn't come back on that. He loved my what?
no, I'm trying to be somewhat respectful. It's hard, man. I don't have a filter. I'm not. I kind of call things how they are, and,
Right.
Hey,
I sound like an asshole sometimes, but I really don't mean it.
Hey, you just speaking from the heart. It's the same way, just like I said about Ron. That's how you are. You speak
That's
from the
right.
heart, and you just speaking, and
Hey,
you
Ghetto,
speaking in love. You're speaking in
you
love,
be-
just like Ron spoke in love.
you be you.
Yeah, and that's what Ron wanted. That's how Ron was. Be yourself.
Absolutely.
So I know he's passed. Don't hold back.
You know what I worry about? I worry about Zach. Has anybody heard from Zach?
He's all right. Zach's all right. He's definitely all right. If anything, it's gonna help him move forward in what he's doing. Is about as much as I'll say on his private part, but on his private life. But Zach's doing all right, man. He's
It's good.
he's grieving just like the rest of us,
Good to know.
in our own ways.
I just found out tonight, guys. So I'm sorry.
Man, most of us just found out tonight.
Yeah.
Found out tonight. You know, I was like, wow, really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the same age as I am. You know, so I kind of put
Yeah,
it. It's like, damn.
Yeah, it was hard. I wasn't gonna go all the way in depth over on the other one, but Independent Minnie had got a hold of me after she tried to get a hold of Virginia, and then I had to wait until I talked to Virginia first. She was very close with him.
Well, I found
And
out
I did.
backwards.
Yeah.
Video out. That's when I found out. So
Yeah,
it's just been
and I didn't. Yeah, and that was actually the third person that I had needed to talk to was Backwoods, because I just knew those both. And it definitely wasn't my place to do some kind of mass telling and all that. I wanted to let his close friends know. And Tom was, one of them. And then I was like, all right, now you guys do what you like. You guys known him a lot longer than I have. Independent Minnie was just kind of at a loss because she's like, well, I don't know who. I don't have all the, names and numbers and stuff. And I was like, well, let me help you out. And then just, go that way. But,
Yeah, it's been tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough. Bad. I mean,
Ghetto, I'm just so thankful to God I gave you that phone number for a completely different reason.
funny how God works.
Yeah.
It's full. I'll just say that.
But now let me get something straight here, because the email you've got to have email for this YouTube account, which is Gmail. So anybody that needs to get in touch with me, shoot an email to this truthwithtom@gmail. I should get it. And then I'll get into the habit of checking that.
Same with you guys.
Yeah, Ghetto. Go ahead and laugh at me.
I was holding back. Old man.
Yeah, we was holding back big time. We was, but thank you for allowing us to release that.
This old fool.
Now, if you want to send a pigeon, I'll accept those as well.
Right.
I just tell on myself because Ghetto's going to if I don't. We were on the phone earlier. I said, man, you got my email? No. And I said, well, here, write this down. And I'm telling him my personal email, and I'm spelling it out real slow where he can understand it. He said, Tom, can I just text you on this phone number? Well, who in the hell would have thought that?
Technology, man. Come on.
Yo, Tom said, well, wait a minute, hold on. Why I need to text you? I can go out on top of the mountain and just do smoke signals.
Smoke signals.
Now, wouldn't that be faster? You see it faster, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm actually still looking forward to the well, I don't know if I'm looking forward, but I still know we need to talk there, Tom. So you got my number now as well. So
Yes, I
you
do.
call me whenever you feel the need. You know my hours. I'm available whenever.
Copy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's like I use this phone emergencies. I keep it on the desk, man. I check my email more.
That's it.
So Tom, when you get an email, does your computer say you've got mail?
No, it doesn't.
All right, I'm just wondering, man. Just making sure,
No, it's funny because sometimes my son will call on the phone and said, "I've been trying to get a hold of you." Well, the phone never rang. He said, "Check your other phone." There'll be text messages from 2 days ago that I ain't picked up the phone.
Oh, wow.
Guys, all four of you guys right now, or well, all three of you guys, including me, I guess, you got my number in chat. So if you ever need anything, just holler. If you ever go live, holler.
Oh, you put
It's all
okay.
up. Yeah, I'm private chat. I mean, I'm there for everybody. I want to be here for Ron,
Yeah.
Even though
I appreciate it, Ron.
another Ron, I'm just another Ron, but I'm not the Ron. I never will be. So I supported him, love the guy to death. Obviously, supported what he done. He kept me awake at night driving. I'm a truck driver, driving down the road at night. Usually I'm driving at night. So he always kept me awake, and he always kept it interesting. So I always we saw a lot of him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Billy. Oh, sorry, Ron.
He was a really good friend to all of us. I'll never forget Ron. Never.
No, sir. None of us will.
Nope.
Even though the association was brief,
Yep.
I don't even honestly remember. I know I followed Ron from some other page to his page, but I can't really tell you when that was. It's been 5 months. Maybe 6.
There's a lady. There's actually a lady that suggested me the Ron channel about a year ago, and I haven't seen her on here since.
Is that right?
Yep. And her name is Barefoot in AK. Barefoot in Alaska. Dana.
Not
is her
familiar.
name.
I think that channel got took down, didn't it?
Well, no, Dana was
Or she just
she was
stopped?
a lady that lived in a van in Alaska. And what had happened to her was she had fell inside her van that she was living in between her stove and the wall of the van. She had fell and got her foot twisted, and it just sit there and burnt. And I mean, it burnt for a very long time. So, I mean, she's pretty bad off, and to this day, she is still pretty bad off. And that's been like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So, but yeah, she was the one that told me about Ron. And I come over here and I'll admit he didn't accept me right away. He didn't. But it took like probably 15 times in chat before he said, I'll give you a wrench. But, I always respected Ron. I always had that respect there for him. And once he gained that respect, is like, you know what? I support what you're doing. I support what you do. And I donated to him, I don't know how many times. Several times. I don't know how many. I don't know how much I've spent to him, but it doesn't matter. But that's neither here nor there.
Hey, Best Life. They're saying Barefoot was in Jester's room earlier.
Yeah, I see that, Eddie. See that. Barefoot, she I used to talk to her every single night. We was on a channel called Adventures with Traveling Mike. He changed that name now. It's called The Adventures of Jess and Mike, or Mike and Jess, whatever. But anyway, that's where I met her at, and we'd always talk there. And then Adventures of Mike and Jess is a guy that was, he has a hard trouble walking, I should say, and he is disabled. And I met him last year, May. Actually, it was like May the 10th of last year. I met him in Anna Marie Island, Florida. He said, I'm in the area, I'm going to come and see you. And he came and see me, but he couldn't get to the beach. He could only get to the beach. That was it. Me and his girlfriend, Jess, picked him up on our shoulders and walked him all the way to the ocean.
Wow.
Man, he's like, I haven't been in the ocean in 7 years. He said, I've been right beside it all this time. He said, I've been in North Carolina, I've been in South Carolina. He said, I've been right beside it. He said, to actually put my feet in it. He said, that just hadn't happened in the last 7 years. And I'm like, well, it's just the least I could do, it's just. But he was the one that first taught me and got me to get on live streams. And like I said, it's called The Adventures of Traveling Mike. And he was the very first one. He had a 24-hour, 7 days a week live stream. And I believe to this day is the longest live stream to ever run on YouTube.
Wow.
Like 600 and some hours. And I hosted part of that.
Wow.
I did. Yeah, I hosted part of it. Man, it wasn't no big deal, but at the
Sure,
time,
Best Life. It's open mic, man. Come on up.
yeah, I mean, at the time it's like, that's cool. Come on, The Best Life. Come on up.
That's a modern term, ain't it? Ghetto open mic night.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What's that?
I said that's a youthful term, open mic night.
Yeah, maybe in the 70s.
I don't mean to rain on your parade or nothing. I'm not trying to advertise. Just trying to let y'all know how I got into this. How I got into life.
Oh, no problem, Ron. No problem.
I mean, that's where
I'm definitely listening.
That's just where I started at. It's like,
Started with backwoods.
Yeah. And if Jester or anybody needs any help, or you, Tom, you need any help, hey, man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting tired. Hey, Ron, you want to come up? You want to take over or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I might be driving down the road, but we're out of my mind. I'll say, yeah or nay. I mean, it'd be kind of like an ongoing 24-hour live stream. You know what I mean? But we all get our little part.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly don't want a part. I'd rather be on your stream. Or Ghettos or anybody's. I mean, it's cool,
Well, I charge people to get up on mine. Just so you know, I charge. EBT, Cash App, PayPal, gift cards,
For your dignity.
But
well, that's already out the window as soon as I start the live.
But to let anybody know, Barefoot, as far as I don't know. I don't know how she's doing it. I really don't. And I'm not going to lie about anything on this channel or any other channel. I'll just say, I actually told Barefoot one day, I was like, I kind of feel like you're almost like a sister to me. And from then, it was like Mike just dropped his channel at the same time. It was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, it was a 24-hour live stream. He did it twice, actually. He did it once for 526 hours, I believe. And then the second time was like for 600 and some hours. And the 600 and some hour one was the longest live stream known. And
this thing ran 24 hours a day.
Yeah, 24/7.
Some hours.
And the way he did it, Tom, was he had certain people that he trusted and respected. It would be like me and you respecting Ghetto and Vonerick and, like Chrissy Cat and just certain people that we respected and trusted. And he would give them the password and everything to their live stream on StreamYard. So we all took our turn at it. And when a lot of times there'd be 2 or 3 of us up there at a time. Sometimes there'd only be one of us. But we always designated our time and stayed live until somebody else would come on. And it was actually pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something to see. It's like, dang, really? I mean, that's kind of hard to believe that somebody would keep going like that, But
that's amazing, really.
Yeah. But it was kind of cool. It was.
Yeah. You're right.
Hope that was okay, Tom. I'm not sure if you got that or not.
Yeah, I did, man.
Okay.
I got 2.
Do you know how to look at it? I don't mean to be an ass. I was honest. I don't know if you get pictures and stuff with your phone.
Yeah, man, they come. And I like this one. I don't quite understand the other one. This is you.
No. This is Ron. Those are pictures of Ron some years ago.
Oh wow!
Come on, Ghetto. What about private chat? Dang, man. Come
Well,
on.
they're not in the. I don't have them like that. I don't have them as like files or anything like that.
My wife.
I love that man, though. And I know he thought a lot of you, Ghetto. I know y'all disagreed a lot. I know he thought a lot of you.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah. We all
I'm
are.
the same way, you know.
We all are.
There you go.
We are.
All right, Ghetto. This is not Ron. I see a guy in a T-shirt wearing a cap and 2 young boys beside him. One of them wearing a green T-shirt.
It's about 12 years ago. That's him with his boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other is a classic that somebody else was talking about in the last show that I had not seen. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'll keep those.
Hey,
you're welcome. Yeah.
Hey, Ghetto. You can still share that with me,
Yeah. If I didn't know how I just kind of did some more detective work, but I'm not sure his mom or his brothers or his sons are looking at his other social media accounts. But if you have him, then that's all they were, was just pictures from his social media accounts.
I don't have none of that. I don't do social media.
Yeah, I mean, neither do I, but I was just trying to.
But you got my number.
Yeah.
Somebody else coming up. Best life, forgive me, man. They distract me, and then I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Welcome, sir.
Just blame Ghetto. It's
all
okay.
good, man. You got me right away. I only been here for a couple seconds.
Oh, okay, awesome. How's the weather treating you out there?
Oh, it's pretty nice. It's 25.
Oh, balmy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
It's
that's
nice.
50 degrees warmer than it was the other night, right? Or 30?
Yeah. Yeah. It's warmed up a lot. Yeah. 40 degrees warmer.
Right on.
That's 26 here. 26 in Cincinnati.
Mm.
All right. We're supposed to get down negative 15 or 20 again Wednesday. And then some nice weather, 30s and teens.
Yeah, I've decided I am moving to Tampa, Florida very soon. My lease due up in May. I am gone. Sorry. Kentucky can have it. I'm serious.
Mm.
You be seeing fishing on my channel. Sorry, guys.
Oh man, Kentucky gets rough when with the weather and stuff.
It does. It does. Especially when you're a truck driver and you drive every night to Chicago. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I get that.
Oh, okay.
I'm a line haul driver. I drive for a company that drives for DHL.
Oh, okay.
So I can do that in Tampa, Florida, and drive 5 hours north, and I'll never be in snow.
Oh, wow. It's funny that you said it. I was looking at a documentary of the guy who started DHL, and they were talking about how he went overseas. They don't know if is he actually dead or did he disappear or something. But he did the same thing as McAfee, what McAfee did when he went over to the Bahamas. But he went over to this one Indonesia. He's supposed to have like 12 kids. They was all trying to get in on his money. A whole bunch of lawyers was getting into it and trying to get money. It was crazy. But they were saying, is he really dead or not? They actually no. They just know he disappeared.
Yeah.
Do you drive around the whole country?
No, I just go to Chicago, Mac.
Okay.
Chicago to
So you're
Cincinnati.
like a dedicated driver.
Yeah, just a line haul. That's what they call line haul drivers. That's the only place I go.
Mm.
But
Right on.
So if you move to Florida, are you going to work for another company or the same company?
I'm gonna try to get on. Honestly, I'm gonna try to get on DHL
Oh, okay. Okay.
and be one of their company drivers because their
Oh.
company drivers make same as I do, except for they got a little better benefits.
Benefits. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
13th of this month, I get to fly down there for a week. So
Oh.
I get to fly down there and vacation, but I'm gonna be looking while I'm there.
Putting some feelers out while you're there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Man, how do y'all
Holding up, best life.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask him. How is he holding up and with that cold
Yeah.
like that?
I'm doing all right. I'm pretty, I don't know, surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same age as me, man. He was the same age as me.
I've been around all night. I couldn't bring myself to do no chatting, but I've been watching all night.
Yeah. I'll be 48 in March.
Hmm.
So Ron was the same age as me. You know, that's kind of hit home.
You only 6 months older than my son, man.
Yeah.
I was just about asleep, and I got a message from Moose on my YouTube, and that's how I found out. And I ain't been tired since.
Yeah.
I can understand that, man.
Moose is a good man. Love Moose to death. He don't even know that. A lot of good
Is there
people.
any chance
Go ahead.
Ghetto, or I'm not a mod, but maybe you could
Oh, you're
post
not?
that link I put in the private in there, Ghetto? Nuh-uh.
We'll correct that, man.
There's a video. First time I ever met Ron, we were on a live stream together.
It's in private chat, Tom.
Well, I'm already over here looking for him on the daggone.
I had to go back and find it. It was March 9th, and I've been in his live stream pretty much every night since then. March 9th, 21, so not quite a
March
year.
9.
Yeah.
Were you gonna post it, Tom, or did you need me to?
If you don't mind, I just made him a moderator, so
Okay,
Oh well, then
I'll
Then I can
toss
do
it.
it.
I'll toss it over there for you guys.
I guess all I got to do
Right
is
on.
copy and paste it. Yeah, man, if you ain't done nothing all day, go ahead.
you don't see me on too many live streams, but the first time I ever met the dude was on a live stream.
I've got it there too, just in case.
Could you tell us about that?
It was us playing Pictionary on a live stream. Good fun.
Okay.
I liked the dude because I used to play Pictionary on this stream, and I was always the guy with the foul mouth. And then Ron came on there, and I was like, right on. I'm not the only guy that, uses all the dirty words.
There you go.
Oh, that's the actual first live stream.
No. That's the first time that's the first time I met Ron. We were
You
on a
met
live stream
Ron.
on another channel.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Tom, if you look up, do you have Backwoods and Prepping's channel?
I think so.
Oh, I'm gonna coffee.
But man,
He did he did a memorial today. He was the one that got Ron into actually live streaming, and he was the
Yes.
one that yeah. and
I saw the
him and-
beginning of that and saved it to watch later on.
He was
Oh, okay,
basically
good.
the one that told me today about it. Also,
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
yeah, when he done a pop up, I was like, wow. I mean, it blew me out.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like that conversation.
I didn't like that.
I-
lot. That
I was able to grab his phone number and give him a call. My day didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. Most definitely. I don't think any of us did, obviously.
No.
No, but I was glad to know. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I was glad to be able to find out.
Yeah, because you would wonder,
Yeah,
what in the world.
I was literally sitting there waiting for him to go live. I honestly was. And then when Backwoods went live, or when Backwoods posted that video, I was like, I mean, you can go to Backwoods video and look what I typed. I was like, what? Really? I mean, I was devastated. Ron was, like I said, he's a brother. He's my age. It's just out of the blue. It's just like, I mean, I put my dad in the ground September 11th.
Hmm.
So, I've had, and within the last week, I've had 2 aunts in the hospital with COVID. So, or that, I guess I should say that, but that's
Yeah, well,
But I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, I was kind of blown away. And Tom, as well as I do, I supported Ron. I did.
oh, sure.
I loved him like a brother. I did. Every time I got a few bucks, I'd send it to him. I didn't care, just I knew he needed it more than I did,
Right.
so
Well, let me send you my PayPal just in case you feel the need of
here now, Ghetto.
I don't mean
You
to
gotta
sound
send me a
rude, but,
DVD card. You gotta send me a DVD card number.
Man, let me see my PayPal, my Cash App, everything.
Ghetto's living a lie, man. If we had Ghetto's money, we could burn ours.
I hear you, Ken, Carl. I needed to go to sleep a while ago too. I got to be to town in 5 hours.
What's happening in town?
I got to pick up groceries.
Uh,
I ordered
Well,
them
you
online, so I got to be there.
Got it.
If I hadn't have done that, I might have put it off another day. But they're gonna be waiting for me. I never thought I'd be one to order groceries online, but I love it.
Do you really?
Yeah, you just pull up, tell them you're there, they bring them out to you. Back on my way home.
Hey, Best Life, you'll love it until you get your cabbage. It's the oldest cabbage in the freaking grocery store.
So yeah, that's a problem. I do go to, so I order from Walmart, but I have to go to Albertsons too, and they don't do the online. So any produce or whatever, I go pick up there.
Oh, you got to pick up. You got to go in and get it in Albertsons.
Yeah, I got to go into Albertsons.
Oh, okay.
See,
Okay.
Walmart's got a limit on the water, so and I only go in once a month, and they won't sell me enough for a month.
Oh,
So I got to go to Albertsons, and that's where they have my dog food too. And I have to go in there and get water and dog food, and then I'll get the produce there. So I can pick it. 'Cause you're right. They give you the rotten strawberries and all that.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the way Kroger is. So,
Right.
warning to anybody ordering Kroger.
When you said they didn't, the water that they had just started as far as the water, a limit on the water, or it's always been like that?
They started it when the thing happened.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I've been going in there for years, buying 8 cases of water, and then all of a sudden the thing happened, and they tell me to stay home, but then they won't sell me enough water to stay
to
home.
live on.
Oh, okay.
So,
Why don't you drink your well water? Then I'll tell you why I don't drink mine.
I'm just not big on the taste.
Oh, okay. That's valid.
So it's
I've
been
got the
tested
sweetest-
multiple times. They say it's safe, but I got very hard water, so it's not the tastiest.
Hey, Best Life, best advice: save your well water.
That's not bad advice at all.
No, not at all. Save it.
I use it to
You
water
might
my
need
garden.
it more than you think.
Yeah.
I won't say I don't drink out of my well, but I keep it at a minimum because it's limestone water, and I grow kidney stones like you wouldn't believe. And there's only 2 or 3 people on the whole planet I would wish that on. So I drink by. Have you ever had one, Ron?
Right now, Ron would be one, wouldn't he?
No, I'm asking, have you ever had a kidney stone?
No.
Oh, dear God. The pain will take you to your knees on the floor.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh, man.
I can only imagine.
I never had one. My best friend had kidney stones a year or 2 ago. He thought he was having a heart attack.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, he ended up. His wife called the ambulance. They got him in the ambulance. Pretty quickly, they realized he wasn't having a heart attack, and then, but yeah, it was kidney stones.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they get
The worst I've ever had was knee surgery.
Yeah, I had to go through that sometime back, too.
Total ACL replacement surgery.
Oh.
Because of a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, that was serious.
Yeah, I don't drive on 2 wheels anymore.
Heard that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. They said I seen
What
that.
happened to Get Up?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering myself.
I
He
seen
was
it.
hanging out, and then he just
Chris and
vanished.
Cat, I didn't pass mine. I gave birth to the damn thing.
Oh wow.
You're exactly right. I also felt like a horse kicked you in the back. I'll tell you what, though, Tom, I've had probably worse than kidney stones.
Okay.
To God's honest truth. I was breaking a horse, and I went to get on this horse, and I went to swing my leg over its back, and it went up. And when it went up, I landed behind the saddle. But when I landed behind the saddle, it threw me straight up in the air. Well, when I was coming down, this horse was coming back up with both legs. Yeah. It was not a pretty picture.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I laid on the ground for hours.
Oh, man.
For hours. From then
You'll
on,
see
I
Finding
knew.
Kino.
From then on, I knew my days of making kids were gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
From that moment on, I knew it without question.
Man,
So yeah, that was rough.
you don't want to never get on a horse again.
That was worse than any kidney stone, I promise you.
Yeah, yeah, and they're bad. But so that was the end of your horse breaking days, too.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Right.
It
Mm.
actually broke my hand and everything. I mean, same horse. And then when I sold that horse, I specifically told the buyer, I told him, whatever you do not ride that horse. I said, it will freaking kill you. And he ended up in the hospital with a broken leg.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I told you not to ride it. But I mean,
I got run over by a horse when I was a kid. Me and my cousin, we were out at my grandpa's. He had some horses, and we were messing with the horses, and one of them just ran me over.
Oh,
And I've been a little leery of him ever since.
I can imagine.
a little leery.
I didn't dare go tell anyone either. Like I didn't tell my parents or anything because like I deserved it. We were messing with the horses, and the horse was like,
you was warned,
Show
right?
"Yeah,
Oh my god. Oh man. That's it. I remember.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing, man.
Yeah,
Finally hitting me.
Hey, man. Love you, brother. I know you're down, but hey, we're here, right? For one
Finding
reason,
Kino's
right?
cracking me up."
I went back and watched Ron's last live stream.
Oh, did you?
I did that earlier. Come on, man.
Since you studied that,
You know what I keep saying? What would he want?
right.
yes.
I can say. What would he want?
You want us to keep that bar open, and we're going to do it.
Yeah, would he want you to give up? No. Oh, this link's open now. You know what? Stream's open. More than it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
More than it was, boys. I mean, guys, I mean, tell you, it's got to be that way, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey,
It's
Ghetto.
got to be that way. So one of you's go live. We need to be
Hey,
there.
what's up, Broken? Sorry about that, Tom. Thank you.
We
Yeah,
need
man,
to
where
be
you
there
been?
for each
I
other,
didn't
right?
go back and rewatch it, but
Oh,
Eddie
I
says
was
he ended it
collecting
with,
some
"I
stuff.
love you."
All right.
That's the last thing I said to my dad.
I was
You know-
collecting some stuff and booted myself out. Sorry about that.
All right.
You know, it's kind of sad. My dad passed on September the 4th. We didn't find him till September the 5th.
Mm.
But on on September the 3rd is the last time I seen him.
Mm.
I went to his house. I kept my sea-doos there. I got a couple sea-doos. I go riding every summer to different lakes in Kentucky and stuff. I went and seen them that Friday. Picked up the sea-doos, hooked them up. He helped me hook them up. I give him a big old hug.
Take care, Boris.
Got my Jeep, was fixing to take off, put it back in park, got out, gave him another big hug, told him I loved him, took off to visit a couple of my YouTube friends in Southern Illinois, 400 miles away. The last time I seen him. And I still can't figure out why did I get out of that Jeep the second time to give him a hug.
Yep.
You know what? There was meaning to that.
And there was comfort in it too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I was at I went to a YouTube meetup. There was like 3 or 4 different channels. We was all meeting on the Ohio River, Southern Illinois. I didn't have cell phone reception all weekend. Sunday morning, I just happened to look at my phone. I had 4 missed messages from my mother. I'm like, what the hell? So I hit the phone. I don't know why. I just hit call. And she friggin' answered. And I'm like, I ain't had a service all weekend long. What the heck? She said, well, I just thought I'd let you know your father passed. I'm like, what? It took me 4 times to ask her what before it could mentally compute. I was like, all right, so I guess I'm going home. I hadn't planned on going home till Monday evening.
Right.
But I hung up the phone, told my YouTube buddies, and they was all like, well, you need to get out of here. I mean, they ran to the river, jumped on my sea-doos, drove them to the dock, went to my tent, tore my tent down, folded it up, put it in a bag and everything. And I'm just sitting there, like dazed and confused. And I'm like, okay, I guess I need to leave. So, it took me a little while to process it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
And then I had to drive 5 hours home, knowing by myself, knowing that my father was gone.
Yeah.
But you know what? I needed that 5 hours for myself. Every single bit of it.
Yep.
And it was like, just to compute, just to download, process it all. And I was like, what are you going to do without your dad, I'm almost 48 years old now. My dad just passed away in September. I've been best friends with my dad since I was 21.
Yep.
He taught me to drive a semi. He took me through truck driving school when I was 21. He was a trainer for the same company. The next company we drove as teams. We was together all the time. It went deep with my old man. It did. It went deeper than a lot of people think. His girlfriend that he was sleeping with at the time, I was sleeping with her sister. So, there was a lot of times that me and my dad were pretty compatible. And it's like, and then I married. I was with her for like 19 years. And then when I divorced, I moved back in with my dad. He's like, I need help taking care of this place. Come and help me. So I moved in for 3 years. And then after 3 years, I was like, I got to be on my own, man. So I moved out for a couple of years. And then that's when he passed. And it's like, a lot of that was kind of hard on me. Because my dad was my best friend growing up and most of my life. So when that happened, it was like, what do you do now? Where'd I go to?
You kind of feel lost, don't you?
Yeah, I went to YouTube.
Mm.
I ain't gonna
Well,
lie.
in the words of a fellow YouTuber, he's a big car YouTuber. He always says, "Keep moving forward."
Yep. That's where I
When I
went.
get my studio built, I'm going to have that hung on the wall. I'm going to print out something hanging on the wall.
Yep.
I can't even think of his channel name right now. He's out of like San Diego. He's a big car YouTuber.
Mm.
I ran to you guys. Ron, there was, like I said before, earlier in the show, there was Adventures of Traveling Mike. That show no longer exists. But, I mean, so I'm not trying to advertise anybody's channel or nothing. But, I mean, they pretty much molded me. It's like, I really got somewhere I can go, somewhere I can talk to somebody. I can, hey, if I got a problem, if I'm feeling down, I can go talk to anybody. But I can go on this channel on YouTube, StreamYard, whatever. There's somebody there.
Yeah.
Whether it's Ghetto or Broken Patriot, Best Life, Tom. I mean, it's there for me,
Ron was a constant, though. I think we all kind of got into the habit of, 11 o'clock every night, Ron's going to be there. Well,
Yeah.
Yep.
my time.
Right.
But Tom, that's the way it was with the Adventures of Traveling Mike. That's the way it was. There was 9 times where I had people come in the chat and totally just flat out said, I'll just give up. Screw life. I don't care about it.
Mm.
We're like, and any of us on panel was like, hey, wait a minute, and we reached out. And to this day, I still feel that we saved 9 different lives.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It may not mean much, but
This was on
to
Ron's
me,
channel.
it did.
On
Means
Ron's
a lot to 9 different families, man.
Yeah. This was on Ron's channel. This was on Ron's channel. Was this on Ron's channel that you said it?
No, this was on the Adventures of Traveling Mike.
Oh, okay.
It was a 24-hour live stream.
Oh, okay.
And then, I mean, from there, I was watching that one, and on the side, I was watching Adventures of Traveling, or Adventures with Purpose. And I encourage anybody to watch that channel. They don't save lives by any means at all whatsoever. What that channel does, though, is they're a set of divers. They travel around the country and they dive in waters. If you got a family member missing, and just say I'm
That's
here
like
in
sniping folks.
Kentucky, and I have a family member that's missing, them and their vehicle that's been missing for 10 years, they'll come to me and say, where was they expected to go? Where was they expected to leave from? And they'll check all the water sources, and they'll dive them sources in between them channels. And they found like 15 people last year. So, I mean,
I just watched that guy, one of that guy's videos last night. Is he a big, heavy set guy?
Adventures with Purpose is not, but Jacob with Chaos Divers, he's part of them. He's a heavier set guy. Adventures with Nug, there's like 8 of them. They're all in cahoots with each other, and they all give each other information about different missing cases around the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And Adventures with Purpose are mainly in the Northwest, but they found
I gotta switch devices here, Tom. I'll be right back.
Okay,
I
we'll
gotta
be here,
switch
man.
devices.
All right.
But they found like 15 different people in the last year.
Mm.
And I mean, it's giving somebody a proper burial. You know what I mean?
Right.
And some of them have even been veterans. So, I mean, it's veterans, mothers. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's just,
It's snowing here, Tom. It's snowing here in Baltimore, Tom.
Man, my ground is covered. The vehicles are covered. I didn't think the snow was going to stick on the ground this quick. I thought it was too warm to sustain it. But
Yeah, it's snowing here.
now the walking road out there, I see they're still clear, but the grass and the cars.
It's currently 39 here in Phoenix.
39. Wow.
This is like record cold for Phoenix.
Yeah,
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that a record? 39. Wow.
It's 31 here. But we're supposed to see teens tomorrow sometime.
So what everybody, if it's a, so what? How's everybody doing in Phoenix? If it's because it's never pretty much been like that. That's why it's a record. So is people panicking or what? What are they doing?
Well, if you go out to like Walmart and stuff, you see people bundled up like they're in Fairbanks, Alaska. And then there's me out in flip flops and basketball shorts and a muscle shirt. And everybody's looking at me like I'm some crazy guy. And I'm like, if I got to go out,
Right.
my car's got heated seats.
Right.
I turn heated seats on. If you've
Thank
never
you,
had a
Tom.
car with heated seats, go and rent one. Heated seats are amazing.
Right.
And I have a handicap placard in my car because I'm disabled.
Uh-huh.
I'll park in the nearest handicap spot and go into the store as quick as my old ass can. And the store's warm. I'm not gonna go out and buy parkas and winter boots and
Right.
beanies and stuff. Hell no.
Right.
Hey,
And
Tom,
I've told everybody in my family, I'm like, when I die, don't bury me in no freaking suit. Bury me in basketball shorts and a muscle shirt.
Right. Oh man, but can you imagine how much money they probably made on winter gear then? Because
Oh, they cleaned up.
it might be man-made things going on with this. Because I'm just thinking about, oh man, do you just imagine they cleaned those stores clean up?
Mhm.
come on up, Rescue.
How you doing, sir, Billy?
My winter gear.
You said you got winter gear?
Rescue,
Yeah,
please.
I have
Come
to.
on up, man.
Come on.
I gotta walk the dog. I'm not fenced, so 4 or 5 times a day I'm walking the dog. Don't
Is he
matter
black?
if it's minus 20.
I have a reason.
I know you do, but
I didn't hear you.
That was there.
I
There was
asked
a
if your
pause.
dog was black.
No,
Okay, good.
no.
Because when you take a black dog out in the dark and you're cold,
There's my
you
dog.
don't want to pee, and they walk away and you can't find them. Oh, that's a pretty one. Yeah. It's always got to be about race with you, man. I don't know.
I didn't say nothing. There was the
Almost-
long pause when you said
Almost
that. So I'm-
spit on
Right,
it.
I thought he was going to say, is the dog black or is it Vaughn?
Yeah, when me and Mike's girlfriend moved from northern Utah to here, I left the snow shovel there, the rock salt there, my Carhartts and everything. And she goes, "You ain't taking any of this?" I'm like, if it gets that bad in Phoenix, I'm not going outside because hell just froze over. I don't need Carhartt bib overalls and a coat and a freaking snow shovel and 55-pound bag of rock salt in Phoenix, Arizona.
Right,
Hopefully.
right,
I'm like, whoever rents the house, they can freaking have it.
right.
How you doing, Rescue?
Doing pretty good. Hey man,
Hey,
you kind
Mr.
of.
Rescue.
I gotta say, Ron, you were when you were talking, it just kind of really struck home. You were talking about, you lost your dad, and kind of know where to go. And dude, it was just like, I don't know. God he's so funny. I mean, God really has a sense of humor. If you take shit too serious, if you don't see, God has a way of reaching and talking to you. You just have to listen.
Yeah.
But dude, because it's kind of where I've been at, and I don't know. This is going to be really weird. I kind of had to think this through, and hopefully I don't chicken shit out on you and back out of this, but I'm really trying my damnedest to fess up on all this.
Go for it, man.
So that's kind of where I've been at in about the past 6 years. It's been like a domino effect for me, one after the other. It was my dad. Then the following year was my mom. Then the next year I got injured pretty good. The next year the hurricane hit here in Texas and my house got hit. It's just been like a domino thing. And to be honest, dude, I'm trying not to chicken shit out because I really want to click that button.
You'll be all right, man.
Sorry, man.
You guys have really, I was kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of in this on my own is the way I felt. It's kind of like feeling like you're standing in the middle of the Astrodome, 50,000 people, but you're all by yourself.
Yeah.
And
Good picture, right?
believe it or not, it was kind of, well, Indy's my saving grace. I had kind of been listening to a show, but then Indy led me to Ron, and Ron was the first live one I did. Kind of felt weird, because I don't know. I don't do the Facebook. I have a Facebook because I had a computer shop, and my customers would always come in talking about freaking Farmville this and Cafe whatever this, and
I don't know Facebook.
so I just signed up so I could go see what the hell they were talking about. So that's how I ended up with. But I tried Twitter, and I was like, holy shit, this is like Garbageville.
Yep.
I mean,
don't like that either.
so I don't do all that. So I tried this, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. It's been a trip, but I got to tell you, dude, I probably wouldn't have done it, Ron. You just kind of reached the way you said that kind of made me think, I don't know, maybe it won't be so bad. So I'll get up here and
It's not, man.
I'll throw my shit out on the table.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Damn.
Hey, man.
But it just,
I'm with you here, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just had a couple of days ago, I just found out 2 of my aunts were in the hospital. One of them was released from COVID, with the C, whatever. But I mean, both of them had it. So, I mean, I'm not even a believer in all that crap. I mean, I know it's there. I understand it's there and all that. I know it's there. I know it does exist, but I'm not a believer. I'm sort of like Ron was. I'm not a believer in the chat. I'm just not taking it.
oh no, dude, I don't buy all that shit. I mean, God, I've been through so much stuff. I've done fallen off of 2 buildings, broke my back. Hell, that's how I met my wife 30 years ago. She was a physical therapist aide. And
Nice.
I've been ran over. Had paramedic goes, dude, you were dead when we put you on life flight. And I just laughed at him and go, I don't know when you're going to figure it out. It ain't always up to you.
Right.
Oh
You know,
man,
I mean,
I thought,
Hey, brother.
oh man, I thought you was getting ready to say your wife broke your back. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
wow, what the?
Nah, she's too short.
Oh.
She'll try.
That would be a hell of a woman. though.
I was like, does she got the spirit of Bruce Lee in us?
You are not done yet.
Right.
Dude, that's
Hey,
the way
bro.
ain't nothing taking me out. I ain't worried about no damn virus. I got immune system. God built me right. He knew what he was doing. I just got to take care of what he gave me.
Amen.
I mean, think about that. I mean, when you think about everybody talks about, they'll see like the birth of a baby and they go, man, God is great. But God designed the human body. I mean, he created us. So, and what we have accomplished with only 10% of our brain,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
where we are right now, all this technology stuff, all this 10%. So we
Yeah.
don't even use what he gave us. He's like, here. And we don't. And we screw up even with 10%. We've totally chaos everything. But God's pretty impressive, dude. You just gotta, I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody when I say it like this, so I don't mean no disrespect. But dude, it's not a church rhetoric. God is an omnipresent being. He's your feeling. He's your emotion. There's
Yep.
no certain special pew that you're going to sit on. There's no special pulpit. You just need to reach out. You need to stop and watch the tree. Look at the tree and respect what it was created, dude. That's awesome. Shit is all around us.
And
Sorry.
You're right.
it don't matter if you took the jab or not. But in my personal beliefs, my dad took the jab, and 5 weeks later he fell over from a heart attack. That's just my personal beliefs. It doesn't. But to me, I'm not going to judge anybody. If you want to take the jab, if you think it'll make you feel safer, have at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just me. But as far as myself, I'm not taking it.
No,
I mean, I'm not going to judge anybody if they do. If
it's
you
not
do,
my role.
you had a choice. That's the whole perspective of it. You had a choice, and that was Ron's perspective. You know, you had a choice.
Freedom.
That's good
Yeah.
to you.
You have a choice.
It's all up to you.
Yeah.
Well, I did a video about how Pfizer is putting tromethamine, which is a cardiac arrest drug, in the jab for children.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't
And
surprise.
I've had 8 heart attacks, and I got a whole bunch of medical records.
Oh, that doctor.
And
All
I
I can
went
say about it-
back
all I can say
through
about
all that,
any
and
of
I've
it,
been given that.
all I can say about any of it is they are doctors. They are practicing medicine.
Well, and also, I tell everybody, I'm like, there's doctors that have been to school for a dozen years, had their own practice, and are
Sorry, twisted lady.
walking away from their profession to not get the shot. That's got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Don't say it
There's
again.
medical professionals that are saying, no, I'd rather go, stand on a street corner holding a sign than get this.
Well, do y'all remember the 300 doctors last year that all got taken? That was Houston. That was right down here in the medical center. That's close to where I live. I don't live in the city. Oh my God, I couldn't live there. I don't know how y'all do it. To be honest, I just don't. I hear y'all hadn't talked about the bigger cities. And
You know,
I'm like, oh, Lord.
what we've been, what we're talking about all night long, right?
Yeah.
Freedom.
Uh-huh.
It's your freedom,
Exactly.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
As
Freedom.
opposed to safe slavery.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. You all
That's
carry
awesome.
on.
We got you, Tom. It's your freedom of choice.
What's up, Twisted Tats?
You choose to. I'm not going to judge you. I mean, that's your own choice. But
Man, judging occupies too much time.
yeah,
It really does. Hell, I got enough to. I'm a big enough chore just for myself, just as much
Just
as
as
my kids and my family.
The sad thing is me and my old man had this discussion. He was diehard Republican. Just gotta say, he's diehard Republican. Nope, I'm not taking that jab ever. But he went every week. He went to get his prescriptions refilled every week. He had different prescriptions, blood pressure, blood thinners. I mean, he had a few problems, but nothing major. But he called me one day and he's like, I took the jab, and I'm like, you what? I said, I thought we done had this discussion. You ain't going to. He's like, no. He said, I went to the pharmacy and they told me that if I didn't take the jab, then they wasn't going to give me no more hugs. And I'm like, well, why in the F did you hug them? I wouldn't have done that. I said, well, screw you. I need to find a different pharmacy. And he's like, no. He's like, you know what? He's like, I just figure it's time to do it. He said, I've done everything I've wanted to do in this life. If it takes me out, then it does. And as far as I'm concerned, it did.
Mm-hmm.
And now
I feel the same way, except for I'm not.
Yeah, now I'm in the middle of the process of selling his house and all that. So it's like, jeez.
He had blood clots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's studies on. It's studies on.
The myocarditis.
I went on a vacation
Yep.
with YouTube friends on a Friday morning. I went and met at his house. I met him. He helped me hook my sea-doos up, took the tarps off of them and stuff, and I drove off to Southern Illinois from Kentucky, from Northern Kentucky. So it's like a 6-hour drive away. I went and met him. Sunday morning is when I got the call, which I didn't have service all weekend long. And Sunday morning, for some reason, my phone worked. That was when I got the call. I was like, Jesus. I had to drive back. That's when I met him. But I mean, it's too late then.
Yep. But it happens. They'll run it. Hell, my mom, 9 days, dude, cancer. I got a phone call. She was at a rehab for an aneurysm in her leg. And she had gone there for some rehab therapy. And she wanted to go home. And they said, well, no, you need to go to this little rehab center and stay there. She said, no, I want to go home. Well, and I will say now, after the fact, I figured it out. What it is she knew. She knew what was coming. And she just didn't want to tell nobody. But so she told my daughter, she said, you call your dad. She told my daughter, call your dad. Tell him to get over here. Well, hell, I was an hour away. I was actually up in a bucket truck up on a line, and I got this call. And I immediately just, I went down. I came over. She said, I want to go home. I got her home 9 days. 9 days. And I was holding her when she passed. And, you know, so it's I don't know.
Quick, man.
Well, God has a, you know, there's works. Then we don't understand everything. And
we don't understand it all.
We do know that he won't give us more than we can handle. So we just have to, but you got to look to him. You got to.
Even though God thinks sometimes we can bench press him quick.
My dad and my sister. My sister, 39 years old, had breast cancer.
Oh, man.
She never smoked a day in her life, never done drugs. She's never done none of that. And she got breast cancer and at 39 years old. And they gave her 3 months to live, and this was in like July. And she held on till March, till like March the 6th. So she lived like 9 months after they gave her a death sentence. And March the 6th, I walked into her room, took her by her hand, kissed her on her forehead, and told her, sis, I love you to death. I don't like seeing you in this situation, but if you got to go, it's your time to go. I walked out of the room, and literally 5 minutes later, less than 5 minutes later, she passed. And it was just like she was waiting on me to tell her it was okay.
Yeah. Well, my stepdad did that.
Sorry to hear that, Ron.
You know, I mean, I got tired of her hearing her suffer. Because at one point, the nurses came in. They said, we can't give her no more morphine or nothing.
Right.
We've given her enough for 32 patients. Enough for 32 cancer patients.
Oh, I get you. I had to do that to my mom, dude. I called them, and they're like, well, just give her some more. I go, hold them up. You know, get this shit. So, and I don't know if this is everywhere. I know in Texas, apparently. And I thought, this is Tennessee. I just even thought about that and got all pissed off again. I could punch somebody right now. So my mom is laying here at the house. They give me morphine. There's pills and there's the liquid. And I asked him, I said, well, how much am I supposed to give her? Well, you just can start off with one pill, and if she's still hurting, then you just give her some of the liquid in her mouth. And I said, well, doesn't somebody need to come here and like, can't you give me a dose?
Monitor this?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it'll be fine. And I said, well, how come? Well, to get a nurse, you have to put on an IV. So if you put an IV in their arm, well, now a nurse will come and administer that. But without an IV, here, wing it. And it was like, what kind of shit is this, man?
Wow.
I was blown away. I had no idea. It's
like, here, take your own personal family member out.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, shit, am I giving too much? I don't know.
Right. Hey, Patriot, you
Hey.
had
Hey, Tom.
6 heart
Yes, sir.
attacks? Oh, I'm sorry.
8 heart attacks and 2 strokes.
You had 8 heart attacks and 2 strokes?
Yep.
So how do you, because that's just a blessing that you
Hey, rescue.
and
Yes, sir.
came out of it.
Thank you for coming up.
Sir?
Thank you for coming up.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do
Thank
you
y'all for having me.
how do you go by, how do you live your life after suffering, that? How do you, live your life mentally? Because that's an amazing story. That's a blessing that you came through it and you're here talking to us today. But how do you go back living your
Amen.
I basically had to start my life all over, and for the first 6 months after I had my second stroke, when I lost my job and had to sell my car, and I mean, there was like a 2-3 week time period I didn't even shower.
Oh wow.
I mean, I was sent home from the hospital the end of June 2018 with a wearable defibrillator vest on because my EF rate, that's how good your heart's working, was at a 13. If it hits single digits, your organs start shutting down.
Right.
They didn't want to send me home, and I'm like, send me home. I'm not dying here.
Hmm.
I had my neighbor who was a Vietnam vet who's not with us anymore. He had a key to my car. He came and picked me up. We went to Denny's. I got me a big old strong cup of coffee and some French toast, some
You went.
decent food. And in the end of December 2018, I'm like, I got to do something. So I started YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and so far I've made over 900 videos.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is what's keeping me going.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
And I think this is why my wife allows me to do this, because we're moving the 15th of this month
Mhm.
to a 2-bedroom place so I can have my own whole studio.
Oh wow.
Where are you moving to? Missouri still?
No, we're just moving to a 2-bedroom apartment that's upstairs in the same complex that I'm in.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to
Are you
be
still in
a super
Missouri?
easy move.
Mm-hmm.
But I need more room. I need more space. My wife just gave me $60 to buy a second computer setup.
Excuse me.
So I'm going to have 2 complete setups running on my desk at the same time with 4 monitors.
Oh, okay.
Amen.
Amen.
Excuse me, Silver Girl. I'm a little confused about
Too much to
this,
look at.
White House website.
So
Okay.
there's a live feed. Sorry to cut you off, Tom. I was just kind of
Well, you were going to
answering
say
for
something to me anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah. There's a live feed at the White House, so you can get on YouTube, and there's a live camera that always is facing at the White House,
Mm-hmm.
24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And so what Silver Girl was talking about was they were having conversations about Ron on that live stream.
In the chat.
Yeah,
Right.
in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And so
Thank
she
you,
was
Silver.
letting us know, and that's kind of what I was trying to tell you, because you wasn't getting, you didn't have a chance to.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, not you, Vaughn. No, I wasn't. It wasn't like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that's
It
what
was
he's
going
saying,
from.
Vaughn. That's what
Hopefully
he's
it was
saying.
Going from.
positive.
You were actually
None
at the
of
ass
us.
end of it, Vaughn.
Huh?
So it was. I said you were at the ass end of it. It was just going
Oh,
from
now he's
one
calling you an ass,
conversation to
Vaughn.
the
I heard
next.
that.
And Tom being as respectful as he is, I was just no, it's all good, everybody.
No, I just pulled it up.
Rescue,
Garrett's in
you
there.
fit right in, brother. You fit right in.
I think
Y'all are just good people, see.
if we
Are
ever
we?
even do, I don't think we're really going to fully comprehend how many lives that boy touched.
Yeah.
Uh, Just by being him.
Right.
Hey,
I've
Tom.
always wondered when somebody passes, that of course the direct people have mourned, but you wonder in the bigger picture, did it teach, was there like lessons learned by various people? So did it like
Oh,
really?
yeah, absolutely.
And so it's like, this is a prime example of that. I mean,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
absolutely.
the growth.
I
mean,
used to sit and listen to Tom and Dangerous talk all the time. I would not say nothing. I would just sit in the background. I'd just hide. I just not even let them know I was there. I mean, I kid you not. I just sit back and chill and just listen to them.
Mhm.
And then when I got the urge and the courage to get up there, I kid you not, every damn time Tom was like, "One more call tonight, man. See you guys later." And I was like, I kid you not, man. I kid you not.
He was trying to tell you something.
I was like, damn it, I was just going to go live.
It was probably 4 o'clock or well after,
Oh, yeah.
and I done had
Well,
my
Tom,
day.
you know I drive at night. And I'm
Oh,
up at
absolutely.
6 o'clock in the morning, every morning.
Sure.
Yeah.
There.
Eastern
The
time.
best
that
was
is.
when I'd fall asleep watching, and then I wake up and they're still going.
Mm-hmm.
I get on her one night and there's, who the heck is it? After hours, there's Ghetto and somebody else. I can't remember, man. They got into a freaking heated argument like you wouldn't believe. And I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I
Well,
was a
Can't
thorn in
remember
that
who it
boy's
was, Ghetto.
side.
Yeah, yeah, but
Can't remember who it was. I honestly can't.
yeah, Ghetto was, a thorn, but Ghetto loved him.
I'll say I've seen both sides though. I did see both sides of the story, and I was like, I'm sitting here trying to get unloaded. I'm just gonna freaking call it.
They both were strong.
Oh yeah.
And
But yeah, I mean it wasn't between Ghetto and Ron, or I'd have stuck around to see who won.
right, yeah,
Never a winner, but I mean, I was never, arguing with him for argument's sake. It was more or less I was trying to open his mind to other possibilities.
right.
Not saying he was just like I do with anybody and everybody that ever has a debate or conversation with me.
Ghetto, I think it was
I
honestly,
asked.
I think it was backwoods.
Oh, maybe then, yeah.
Right.
Me and him's always going at it.
I
But
mean, I was behind the scenes
again, I just
all
want
day,
people to
you
stop
know.
thinking just from one side, And that's why I said I was Ron Storm, because he
I
was
think Ron was like 46 or 47.
I think it'd have been 49 in February. Yeah,
All right.
Barry, thank you.
permanent in his
I knew
side.
he was close to my age.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 47. I'll be 48 in March.
Fucking old man.
Go ahead, Ghetto.
My age.
Go ahead, Ghetto. I didn't hear the last part. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying he was permanent in his stance and on his, political beliefs and stuff, and that's why I said I was a thorn in his side, because I just kept asking him, well, what about when, T-Man did this? You don't see nothing wrong, or what about when, and he would, we would battle it out, but it's not that I was saying he was wrong.
Right.
I was just like, well, further your mind and thinking that maybe, and I liked it that a little bit more that he started.
Ghetto's
He
like,
started
I'm not saying
he
you're doing
started
anything wrong.
talking
You're just
about
wrong.
No, I just started seeing him, open his mind to where, fuck both these sides, because I knew that's how he believed in the first part.
Right.
He always kept siding with the amount of viewers and people in his chat, and it's easy to roll with, one side, especially when you're a creator.
Right.
But you know what?
That
He
was
didn't
great.
care. He honestly didn't give a shit how many people were in his chat. He didn't care. There could be 80 people in his chat, and he would still say, well, I'm tired. I'm going to bed, folks. Good night. See y'all later. And he fucking ended. I was like, really, Ron? You got 80 people watching, man. I mean, that's how many hours are you going to get?
Sometimes
Just stay on
you
5
just
minutes?
have to end the freaking stream.
Right.
My longest
Some
live
nights I would be
stream,
like, oh, damn,
Sorry,
what am I going
Don.
to do?
I don't mean to
my longest live stream was over 10 hours long.
I don't mean to drop that.
And I was just like,
Tom,
guys, I am going to bed.
I mean,
It's almost noon. I was like, don't you guys have jobs?
Not no more.
I'm
But
just like,
used to keep him up though. When you
we
talk
freaking
about
started at like 2 in the morning and went till noon. I'm like,
right,
I'm going to bed. I'm hungry.
I mean,
I need to take a shit. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you got 80 people watching you. Yeah.
and then if you break up, as soon as he fall asleep, Bring up
Hey,
Rittenhouse.
but look at what he created.
That's what I like about Ronnie.
Vaughn.
That's what I like about Ronnie. He didn't
Right?
care.
Yeah. See the
He would frequently end it with the classic line when they close a bar: you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Exactly. You can come back.
But people used to, but you break up the Rittenhouse story, he'll wake up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
He'll wake up. Break that up, man. He'll wake up. Go for another 3 hours.
My buddy Maurice Delk lives up in that area where they had the trial, and he was at the courthouse for 2 different days, and he's like, "Well, I really want to come back tomorrow, but I really got to go to work." And he was so
That's it,
pissed.
NC.
The day he decided to go back to work is the day that they came out with a verdict. He was fired up in his life. He was like, "Them sons of bitches could wait one more day."
I'm missing a lot of Chad. I'm
That
sorry.
dude was
guys.
pretty funny. I watched.
I'll start paying
My
more
bad.
attention to Chad. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm having trouble focusing on both myself.
I think you need to get on your knees when you say you're sorry.
Well,
Go ahead, Best Life. Go ahead.
I'm not going there.
Shit, man,
I
I
was
can barely
watching-
catch about every 15. My eyes. I look at that chat and go, okay, wait, I caught that sentence. 12 more just went by.
Go ahead, Best Life.
I was watching Maurice Delk when he was at the courthouse on his live stream. He was trolling hard, man. It was hilarious.
Yep.
He was out there just trolling all the people that wanted Kyle locked up forever. It was
There's one.
it was pretty
He
fun.
is great
Andy?
at trolling. I have told
Cat.
I've told him and his woman so many times. I'm like, y'all need to come to Phoenix and go out with me and
Get
my
him, get him.
wife, so we could fuck with everybody. Because he's black, his woman's white, I'm white, and my wife's black. We would fuck everybody up.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
love
He
you know, I love
another
it when
thing he did though.
NC Girl, you should
When
be a
he was out
moderator.
there-
Hold on.
I loved it
When he was out there
say,
trolling them people, he did actually have some honest conversations with people that were on the other side. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
A couple people that would actually talk to him and not just scream, whatever they wanted to at him.
Hey, truth
So
to
he was
time,
over there hugging some anti-fuzz and all that good stuff.
Oh
I
wow.
want to mod some people.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
was
about
the-
that.
Just thought I'd
He
let
is
you know.
the best troll.
Oh, his mods are in there. He's good.
But you know,
I tried
you
to
know,
get
he,
it. Someone else got him
he
already.
cracked me up when he'd say, Jester says it best. See y'all later and good night and bye.
Keep your powder dry and your head on swivel.
All right,
There was
there's a
one,
few. We'll work
Yeah,
on
there's
that
one
again.
YouTuber I watch that always ends his videos with "Keep your powder dry and your pecker wet." I don't even remember who he is now, but he would always say that. I'm like, that's the truth, man.
Chrissy Cat, North Carolina girl, and
Eddie James.
Eddie
maybe
James
Tom.
needs a
Well,
wrench.
it's your
James.
channel, but
Does he have a wrench?
No,
No,
them
sir.
three need a wrench.
That would need to correct that situation.
Yeah, Eddie needs a wrench.
Eddie James holds
I usually
still.
don't even try.
Eddie
My
James.
My internet's
say
so
something.
slow.
There you
Uh,
Dub
Hey,
the
Eddie
Stir Eddie
You know your
James
wrench
with a
starter,
wrench.
Chad.
Well, hold on. Let me mute Eddie James first. I ain't never blocked him yet. Hold on a second.
Hey,
Crap.
Tom,
I was too late.
Tennessee Ridge Runner too could probably use.
Yes, absolutely.
JH556
up to you, but-
is my best moderator.
That's up to you, but I'm just saying.
No,
I know Dangers would.
all these folks have been good to me too, man.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm not leaving you out. I'm just maybe
Chrissy
too
Cat
tired to
don't have
notice.
one.
We'll do this as
North Carolina girl,
Yeah.
Tennessee Ridge Runner.
Hey, what's up, Craig? You should get up here with us, brother.
Finding
East
chemo.
Louisiana ain't alive.
Why do you have a star? But what do these stars mean?
You owe me $5.
Well, that's the wrong.
Man, did they cancel all the flights? Someone said that they may not go to Germany because of the flights.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
bug out Bushido.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And unspecified V.
Oh, yeah.
Bug out.
I mean, see,
I don't
I
know.
thought-
That bug
I
out
figured
dude's
they
kind
should've-
of
I mean,
sketchy.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
he's
think of
just-
the ones
he's
you know,
suspect.
you're used to. You know, the ones you used to see.
Oh, he's just throwing names at you, Tom.
No, I'm honestly not throwing them all. Trust me.
Well, no,
They're like
I
he's
just meant because
driving
yeah, I
a-
was even looking for the names you were saying, going, I didn't see that name go by. Did I
Yeah,
miss
just
it?
the ones I know.
I
I
ain't
saw
seen
V though a
bug
while ago.
out.
She, I think V's in chat. Yeah.
Y'all make it a little easier on me and make a comment in the bottom of the comments so I don't have to scroll
V just did.
halfway to hell to find you. Okay.
Bug out Bushido was at 4:54 a.m. Eastern time.
I don't have a timestamp, brother.
Okay.
I know there's one there, but Ghetto's gonna
V
have to help
V
me
gave
find
you a thumbs up in chat.
If you want to see the timestamps, you hit the three dots on the top of the chat,
very
and
top.
it'll let you turn the timestamps on.
Well,
If
I'll
you just
make
hit
that right
a
now.
comment, that'd be even easier.
Do what?
If you just push a comment, say something in chat, it'd be easy.
Yeah, that's all he's got to do. Make it
Yeah.
easy on an old guy.
Just do a little interaction.
He might be in and out,
Interaction
Tom.
deal,
He'll be,
man.
he'll be all right.
Yeah,
Like
we'll catch
Like
him the
Garrett does all the time.
next trip.
Thanks for being there for us, Garrett,
I
by the
think we
way.
got a few.
Silver Girl, Tom.
Silver girl. Yeah.
Hey, don't trust her, man.
I,
You trusting her with nothing.
well,
Who's that?
I think
Silver
that's what
Girl?
he's working on.
Yeah,
Girl.
I wouldn't trust her with nothing.
all right.
You talking about Silver Girl, right? Ghetto?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she been alive since gasoline was 3 cents a gallon. I don't gotta trust somebody been alive that long. The hell?
Damn it now,
gonna-
Ghetto is
She gonna try to block a
3.4
bot and
cents.
end up blocking half the chat. Be like, well, I thought it was that one.
Come on,
Oh,
come on, boys. Come on.
I love you, Silver Girl. You know, just trying to keep you involved, ma.
You just say 3 cents a gallon.
Most of the people I used to climb with were much younger than me. But actually, my son once made a comment that I had more friends in their 20s than he did.
Probably all the truth of that, Tom.
They would tell people I was 3 days older than Seneca Rocks.
I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that one.
Hey, Tom, I'll say this. If I was going to picture a guy from West Virginia, I would picture you.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
No offense meant.
Yeah, if someone said Jesus came down from West Virginia mountain, I say that's Tom.
If Jesus had come to West Virginia, he'd still be here because he wouldn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Silver Girl, I thought I gave you a wrench. Yeah, I did.
Yuck. Hurry.
All right.
He's going to hit you in the forehead with that wrench.
I keep seeing people talk about Kelly Ray. Can someone throw her link up, maybe? Because I
Kelly
couldn't find her
Ray,
channel.
Kelly
I have no
Ray
idea who
is
that is.
Maurice Duck's woman.
Okay,
Be right back.
interesting. Maybe I can find it through his channel because I got him.
And she has to be an amazing woman to be with Mo. Just saying.
Wow.
Okay, now is Mo the guy that does the part of his title has to do with thick skin? Is that the
Yep.
guy? Okay, all right.
Thanks, Andy. Let me go see if I can get that.
Man, Indy be on it. She's a good moderator. Good.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
Yeah.
Does Indy have a wrench?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I think she's the queen of wrenches.
I think she got
Yeah.
hers first night.
Yeah.
Came up with me. Yeah.
Is that a wrench or a dog bone? Oh, it's a wrench. Because on
Big
the
wrench.
on the chat on the side here, it looks like a dog bone.
I don't know what that is.
It's a wrench with a ninja. She's a
Yep.
wrench ninja.
Wrench ninja.
Okay.
Ninja wrench.
Morning, Guardian.
Guardian, hello.
Hey, Guardian.
Morning, Guardian. Hey, Tom, I just want to thank you for being here for us.
Oh, Ron, I appreciate you guys being here too. I think we all kind of maybe needed
Yeah,
to sit around a little bit.
I agree.
Hell, I appreciate all of y'all.
Yeah.
Now, Ron, you just recently bought your cigarette machine, right?
Yeah, I did.
And you turned me on to that big hopper. And
That's right. Ron has the big black hopper deal or something.
Did
that
you
goes
get
on top of
that,
it.
Tom?
Dude, I saw that thing. I had that ordered before you left that chat that night.
You know, Ron and what's her name, Virginia, was sitting there saying, "Let's have a race."
A roll off.
You guys don't want to race me with that hopper.
Man, that thing is the shit, isn't it?
Ain't it?
I seriously have to get one because I'm still using this.
Oh my God, Patriot! What the heck are you doing?
Yeah,
Are you-
that's what I use too.
Oh, that's what you use too, Best Life?
This is
Yeah,
the
and
best one if you use the hand one. This is the best
Dude, I
one.
can roll a carton of cigarettes and
I don't even have that one. I have the tops one.
most.
I got the new improved model. It's called the vape.
And every 10 minutes, I can roll a carton of cigarettes at most for like 60 cents a pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I got the tops one, and I just do them one at a time. Like I'm too
Yep.
lazy to
And
even
if
sit
you-
down
Dude,
and
if-
do it for an
Smoke
hour.
all I want.
if you make your own, there isn't that stupid chemical that they started putting in cigarettes a few years
Exactly.
ago that causes a lit cigarette to go out if you don't keep dragging on it.
You ain't wrong.
Twisted
What?
Tats, I don't
I used to roll
know
mine.
about official late night hangout, but occasional, definitely. I've got other things I won't really want to do with my channel, but yeah, we're definitely gonna all of us stick together, and I'd like to be part of that too.
Well, it's 5:30 in the morning there, so maybe it's the official early morning hangout.
Yeah, here we are. Mercy sakes. Yeah,
I gotta say, your wife the other night was about the most adorable thing when she didn't want to hit you because she just loves you so much.
Oh,
she just don't want to get charged with abuse, man.
Tom's wife looks like Mrs. Granger. Tom's probably about the only
That
one
was-
that'll
that was
understand that
awesome.
one.
I don't know who
I was
Mrs. Granger might
Thinking
be.
about that the next day.
The Virginian?
I agree, Independent Murray Unite.
Did you
Oh,
ever watch
she's-
that,
I
Tom? The
agree with
Virginian?
Man, I was a
Subscribe
pretty
to all
short
of
guy
us.
when that was on.
Every one of us.
Mrs.
everybody
Granger, that
was-
was his wife.
I don't remember. I didn't even know the Virginian was married.
No, the guy that owned the ranch. that
Oh, the
Virginian
rancher.
worked at.
I don't remember that far back, man.
Thanks for listening, Bella.
That's the only TV I watch nowadays. If I'm gonna cut the TV on, I don't watch any of this shit that's put out now.
Nah. Hey,
Oh,
Bella, how you
My wife all day long has been binge watching Knight Rider on Netflix.
doing? You mentioned that earlier.
And she's like, "This show's awesome." And I'm like, "Yeah, I watched it when it was on, normal TV."
Dude, it's so funny. You go back and watch some of the old ones. What was it like? I watched one a few weeks ago, Blue Thunder. Was it Blue Thunder? Wasn't that the one that had Michael J. Vincent or something way back then? Had the little stealthy helicopter. Might be way too. That might be too far back.
The only one that I knew that had a stealthy helicopter was Airwolf.
Airwolf. There you go. Yeah, and I think before, well, yeah, that was the Jan Michael Vincent one was Airwolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just watching the way that they did the shows back then versus the way they do the movies now. It's kind of, you can see the technology.
Or when you find out that all those shows were pre-programming us for the future technology.
I don't know. I remember I kind of grew up watching all this come to be.
Yeah, that's
mom-
what
Yeah,
I mean.
Eddie. Just do a search on Airwolf. It was an amazing show.
Believe it or not, this weekend I just binge watched The Matrix.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
No, I've never
I've
seen
never
that.
seen it. Yeah.
Did you
I
see
just-
it all the way up to the new one too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fourth one was kind of weird, but
Yeah. I don't
But-
think it was as good as the other ones.
it was cool.
It was a little too weird though. It wasn't really quite there, I didn't think. I didn't think it was as good as the other three. I'll say that. It
After
was
the,
good, but it wasn't that good.
I was good with the first and second one, and then not that the third one was bad. It was just that you already kind of knew what was, you knew it was going to kind of come up. You just needed to see how they were fixing to lay it out.
Yeah.
Which my wife gets mad at me all the time with shows because I look at the show and it's like, give me 5 minutes of watching that little script line, and it's like, okay, here's what's going to happen at the end of that shit. I can see this already. And oh shit,
Yeah, I do
go
that
away.
to mine too.
Yeah. Mm.
I actually years ago had the Airwolf with little screech sound as my ringtone on my phone.
Oh, dang.
Hey, can
And
I ask
I would
a panel question?
I would be on a city bus or
Oh.
something, and my phone would ring, and somebody would be like, "That's Airwolf." I'm like, "Yep, you're as old as I am."
What was that? Night Rider in the Sky? That was basically what.
Hey,
Oh,
Tom,
Knight
can I
Rider.
ask you a question?
Pretty much, it was a helicopter version of Knight Rider.
Okay.
I'd like to ask a panel a question.
Okay.
Sure.
Did anybody know or have any suspicion of anything prior to this?
Yeah, if you watch them, you can tell. You
Yeah.
can see it.
Oh yeah,
And I think you can only tell a grown man so much, and then you just gotta kind of walk away and let him do his own thing.
Yeah, I was just. It's kind of funny that you said that because I sent the ghetto an email.
I mean, I hate for it to be sombering, but I mean,
No, well, let us go ahead and answer.
I just know that. I just know this. I just know that. I know that a lot of us are close to him. I know that a lot of us would actually reckon, or 2 or 3 of us at least, would recognize something kind of off channel, out of the ordinary, off the wall, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was saying
I was just curious.
I sent the email to ghetto. We haven't talked about it, so I don't want to say going deep into
No,
it.
go ahead, Vaughn. You're good. No, go ahead.
But we had a conversation,
I'm deep on.
and when we had the conversation, the things that ghetto was saying as far as it wasn't nothing towards him or putting him down, but he was saying things, and it's like it was like he called it, and it's like the Lord spoke through him, and that's what I said in the email. The Lord spoke through him, and he pretty much called what was going to happen. And that's why when he sent me the email and said he passed, I was like, oh my goodness. We was having this conversation, and the things that Ghetto was saying, it was like the Lord like revealed it. And I don't know if Ghetto want to talk on it, or just like I said, I don't want to go into really deep into it. But it was like Rescue said, God works in mysterious ways.
Right.
Funny at time, and it was. I think when Rescue
Yeah.
said that, it brought more vision to me, because it was like amazing. Like Ghetto was just the stuff that he was saying. It was just revealing, and God just like said, "Hey, I was there, and I was letting y'all know. This brother is coming with me." So
Thank you.
Yeah,
Lord.
and that's why I
Appreciate
said
that.
that's why I said you can only talk so much to a grown man. I can only tell you so much that I could see as a brother. Take it how you want it, and then so forth. And that's pretty much what I did with Tom, or with. Sorry, Tom, I'm looking at you while I'm talking. But that's what I did with Ron, and then slowly but surely we kind of fell out. I mean, it wasn't that horrible bad like that. Y'all know how brothers do it.
Oh yeah.
But either way, I talked as much as I could. I've y'all can see
Hey,
hurt
Ghetto
things. I wasn't trying to be like that.
use as much your brother to him as me or Tom or any of us was. He was.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah, I mean, we're all thrown here.
And
The algorithm brought us together for a
Best life.
reason. I don't
Yeah,
claim to be something I'm not or whatnot.
Right.
We're all here together for a reason, and
Oh.
God puts us together for a reason. Backwoods actually brought me over to his. I did a few screen recordings of when I first met him, and then the last time I talked to him. And if a lot of people would go back and look throughout the archives of his channel and maybe go look at Native and a couple other people's channel, you guys will see the progression of whether it was an illness or whether it was addiction or whatever it was that took Ron out. You'll be able to see it from from live streaming, just from the beginning all the way up until the end.
Yeah.
And
Either
it's just
way,
one of those things, you know what I mean? You can't.
doesn't matter what it was, does it? Doesn't to me.
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Nothing's going to change.
You're
No.
fading out, Ghetto.
I saw Thursday night that last stream,
Thank you, Rescue.
and I was at least watching that stream most of the night. And if I recall, I spent a bit of time actually on the panel. And
Yeah, you were up there when it ended.
yeah,
oh, was I?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He spent a lot
You
of
in
time
Virginia?
off camera. But when he was
You were the
on
last guy on the panel.
oh, is that right? Okay. All right. Wow, that seems like so long ago.
You in Virginia.
I left there seeing that something was terribly off with Ron. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't think it had anything to do with alcohol, but there was something wrong there.
Yeah, that's the Lord talking. That's like Rescue said. That's the Lord revealing, and like He works in mysterious ways. And it seems like deep down inside in our conscious, the Lord was telling us, and He was taking our brother.
Well, you may be
I've
right.
been noticing it for a while, probably a couple months.
Yeah.
I see. I wasn't that swift. I saw it that last night, and then the call came, and I wasn't surprised.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I went back to like the middle of summer and put a picture of him in a live stream with the last one he did. I bet he lost 50 pounds of weight.
Oh, really?
That wasn't Ron
Mm.
in the last live stream.
There's something we don't know. There's something we don't need to know.
Right. I agree with you.
That's
Yeah.
We will all find out when it's time.
Right.
Or we won't.
Yeah, let me
Well, okay, let me ask you
just
this.
add a little bit. I had some trauma some years ago, and I'm not going to get into the particular trauma, but it had to do with me having questions that there was nobody alive to answer.
Mm.
And my mind was not good during this period at all. And I finally decided and said it out loud to my cousin. I said that the questions will be answered in eternity.
Mm.
And he looked me dead in the eye and said, the questions won't be important in eternity.
Yep.
And wow, the peace that brought.
Amen.
It was hard to describe.
Man, that's wisdom right there, man. God,
Our questions won't be important in eternity.
Won't matter.
that is amazing. That's a wow. That's something to share with a lot, man. That's amazing. That's a good quote, and that's wisdom right there. That's
Mhm.
Hey, Huckleberry, I'm in that boat.
Showing pictures that match.
My Google's going off. Just because I said Huckleberry, I'm in that boat. Okay. Hey, Google, shut up.
Well, you know, it's like, what if experiencing this, and as you reflect on your interaction with Ron and you're observing different things, but it causes you to then take a little bit better care of yourself or change this, that, or the other. It's kind of like dropping a drop in a flat sheet of water. The ripples just
Hey,
affect every inch of the water.
rescue.
Yes,
Then
sir.
it matters, right?
Sir?
Then it matters.
Yeah.
Then it makes a difference.
Well, because just think, I mean, if you have a moment and you're something, you know, I don't want to attach. Just say you knew me as being a very hard drug using person. So I'm doing that, and then you dabble on the weekend, but then you watch me pass doing that. Well, all of a sudden, when you go to do that the next time, it makes you pause, because then you're going to think of me going, and all of a sudden you put that down and you say, no. Well, I know that's kind of happened in my own life. And so that's
I
why
agree.
that's what you do. You reflect, you know, you're
I
having
agree.
experiences, and those were experiences. I hate to put it so blunt, but dude, that's what makes you either smart or dumb. You learn from experiences or you repeat them.
right.
It's one or the other.
I've lost cousins.
That's why I was explaining that earlier when I didn't stay up at on Jeremy's panel for that long. I checked it out in the background, but it was like I can't celebrate doing the same thing that was killing a friend.
Mm.
And it was that, you know, that's something I think we all need to reflect on. You know, I mean, everybody does what they want to do. We're all Americans here, but at the end of the day, you know,
Well, it's where that fits in your life. I mean, it's a different lesson learned for
most
everybody.
definitely.
You know,
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
Kiddo.
most definitely.
I wanted to tell you this story
Yes, sir.
earlier, man, because you said this earlier and I didn't get a chance to tell you. But my father-in-law, and I love that man, just one of the sweetest souls you could ever hope to meet in your life. He arranged in his will that at the reception for his funeral, there would be an open bar. I never seen a funeral like that in my whole life, but Shorty wanted that. So it's like you said, it's an individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I can tell you one case where the actual person that was gone, that was his wish, that people would get
Yeah,
together
yeah,
and
most
have a drink.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I know this is going to
Yeah,
sound
and I meant
crazy,
absolutely no
but
disrespect by it.
Oh, I
you know,
didn't
it's
take
just
it.
I've lost so many people to that particular thing that, you know, I'm very reserved in how I feel about it.
Absolutely.
You know,
I've told my daughter that I will come back and haunt her if she doesn't live stream my funeral.
Oh wow.
All right.
I'm like, because I got subscribers everywhere. You need to announce it. Just go into my community tab, put it in there that I've passed,
Mm-hmm.
and then put the funeral date and that you're going to live stream it because I'm like, I got subscribers everywhere, and most of them probably won't be able to come to the funeral,
Right.
and
Okay.
they still want to see it. And I'm like, you ain't got to hold the phone. Just take a tripod, put it in a phone clamp, and just turn it on.
Turn it on.
And she was like, will YouTube allow that? And I'm like, they allowed George Floyd's live stream funeral.
You said George. Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They sure did. I do remember that.
It's hard. It's
She was all like, Dad, are you serious? I'm like, yes. I want to be buried in my shorts and my muscle shirt, my flip flops on, a cup of coffee, and I want you to live stream the funeral.
But they changed the way they do funerals now. They don't put you in the coffin. I mean, I just know the way, they'll put you like someone, he was a pimp. They'll put him up and stand him up with women beside him in the funeral home. Yeah, they if you drank a lot, they'll make a bar and sit you at the bar. They don't put you.
Yes, it's cashew here.
They just
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was like, they changed.
Yeah, she just typed something.
Oh, she did.
Sorry, Vaughn. I was just answering Tom. Yeah, they used to do all kind of stuff back in the day, man. They used to do family portraits and stuff with with dead folks and all. Man, hell no, you better stay the hell away from me.
Right.
I ain't taking no picture with you. I'm
And then-
good, man. Once you're gone, you're gone. I'm good.
Right.
I don't even need to,
And then they
I'll pray, and if God wants to, carry on the message to you, then that's how it works.
Yeah,
Other than that, you're not in that body. I'm good.
right.
Yeah.
man, brother.
Yeah.
Now they put the coffin on. You got like 6 people. They don't carry. They put the coffin on the shoulder and dance. I don't know if people see that now.
I have seen those videos.
Yeah.
I don't know what country that's in, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
crazy.
Craig's talking about
Hey.
New Orleans. They propped them up.
Yup. They sure do. Yup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on in the old
Yeah.
days, depending on who died over there in Louisiana, you could go down in Bourbon Street and stuff, and they would do the walking funeral, and they would carry that casket. I know they'd be dancing. It was a celebration. It wasn't like a
Right.
funeral march. Oh yeah. I mean, I've been over in that neck of the woods in 30 years. That's a while back.
Yeah.
Silver Girl, you always do a good job. Good job at that. Making everybody laugh and smile.
I don't know if Ron here with me because my cat is going crazy.
Oh yeah, he always loved that pussy, didn't he?
What in the?
Is the cat attacking you?
Every time we start talking about this cat go crazy. Oh, is Ron here with me or something? Oh man.
Yeah, always talked about that pussy.
By the way, sorry, Ghetto, I didn't mean to wear my offensive hat for you.
Oh, there you go.
Damn it, Rescue. Why'd you do
Come
that?
on now.
Hey, come on, man. Come on, man.
People, he's the best president we've ever had. Y'all are just blind.
I didn't catch
Oh,
that until a while
man.
ago. I dipped down and I was like, and I looked up at the screen and I went, oh, hell, that thing's shining right up in there. Look at that.
Come on, man.
Granny Red, we used to do that too. The last time was 1964, but our family did that too.
Oh, a jazz food. Oh man.
Can't do that, Daddy. Come on now.
Man, my family better not put me nowhere. Just burn my ass up and throw my ashes and remember me. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Good.
Ghetto, that's what I told my family. I don't give a shit if I'm buried in some family cemetery or not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there either way. I'll
Just
make
bury
that-
me enough to where my ass is sticking out the ground so the world can kiss it.
There you go.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
With a Tupac jam.
Bury me upside down.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, that's already a given, yo. That's already a given. All Tupac songs. That's
Yeah.
it. I already got them picked out. My wife already knows them. She's all ready to executor of everything. Because
I'm sure one of them is Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto.
Yeah, Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto.
Actually, it's Until the End of Time would be my first one.
Oh yeah.
That one goes a bit deeper than the Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto, but yeah, that one's gonna be in there. Best Life, most.
Bushido, I've never done that.
Well, my song that everybody in my family knows is a song by Alice in Chains, "Man in a Box."
Oh, Alice in Chains? Yeah, I think I heard.
Man in a Box. But I still want to mess with everybody. I want somebody to make the lid come flying open with the Jack in the Box song playing. Like as soon as the song stops, bing, the casket opens.
Oh, snap.
My daughter was like, "Hell no, Dad." I'm like, "Come on, I like playing practical jokes on everybody." That would be the final practical joke.
Using fonts.
See, I want to, if I get a gravestone, I want to get one of those little bells on it, right? And I want to have a little automatic timer on that bell. So it'll go off every few months or something. Just ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bushido, I got to tell you this, man. I don't know if you're kidding or not.
Yeah,
I had a friend up here who's a little bit older than I was, and this guy was a Civil War freak. His entire house was filled with memorabilia. He was part of a reenactment group. He had the uniforms, everything. He passed away and was cremated, and a local reenactment group got together, and they took a cannon up to an overlook here on the side of the mountain. And shot his ass over Germany Valley. And that's where all his ancestors had come from anyway. But I thought, man, what a neat thing.
Amen.
Yeah.
I was watching some kind of show on television years ago. It was one of those shows where people are making stuff. And it was a guy that made big mortar fireworks, like 10-inch diameter up to like 30. Huge ones.
Big mortars.
And the guy asked him, "Have you ever put anything weird in it?" And he goes, "I put ashes in it."
Yeah.
And he was like going out with a bang.
Absolutely.
That's the whole meaning.
That was Jack.
So fucking awesome. I would want it set up to where when it goes off, all the things light up to a middle finger.
Yeah.
It's like
Morning,
bang. Bro. There you go.
No, this was done just like a military ceremony, and off he went.
Man, I just figure when I go, I'll just leave it. Whoever's here still behind, they can figure out I'm in a better place anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just leave it as uncomplicated as possible, I guess.
That's it. Just make it simple.
Amen.
Yeah, for definitely. But if any of us got kids, make sure we write that will out, guys. I know it's like a taboo thing not to talk about, but just burying my mom's not too long ago, man, make sure that will is taken care of before you go.
You know what, Ghetto?
That's not taboo, man. That's critical.
Hey, Ghetto, I'll second that.
I agree.
Please do yourself a favor and have that done.
Yeah.
Oh, and all of us that are into computers, make sure you have all your passwords written down so they can get into your stuff and at least reuse it or be able to go on your channels and be like, "Hey, so-and-so's not here no more."
Let people know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give you food for thought. I found this out was when my mom passed in Texas, so you might check your state. But in Texas, if you have been ever convicted of a felony, period, doesn't make a shit when, for what, nothing. Any felony conviction, you can't be the executor of a will.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, no shit.
That's in Texas. So, like I said, so we're checking your state because I'm like, what the hell has that got to do with jack shit?
Shouldn't.
But it does.
Don't
in Texas,
forget.
you can't.
Who just commented on that?
Don't forget,
that,
you
Billy?
need a good friend to come delete your browser history too.
I knew one
Yeah,
of
you're
y'all
gonna
was
be
gonna
gone. What
say
does it matter?
You bunch of
Yeah, it's like
No, somebody commented on that just a minute ago. Who did that?
it'll give them something to talk about.
It's like I don't care who finds out that I'm into big booty bitches.
No, I mean,
Well, you won't be dead when they find out about it now.
literally, it's a serious topic because with my dad, I mean, me and my sister is the only executors. Okay, fine. No, we get along great. I mean, my sister don't care if I friggin' sell the house for nothing. Do you know what? If he'd had a will, you know how much easier I'd have made it? 110 times better.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, me and my sister, we don't fight, argue over nothing. I don't care if she gets $5,000 more than I do or not. I don't care if I get $5,000 more than she
Yeah,
does.
me and my brother are on my
mean,
dad's will,
Yeah, it's-
and he had it set up after my mom died to where, it's like we don't have to change the title on any of the vehicles
right.
that
Yeah,
were on there and stuff. And I told my brother before I left Missouri, I'm like, when Dad dies, the only thing I want is his little green toolbox, and I'll
but
never
you know
open
what?
it because the last time I opened it, I couldn't figure out how to get all the shit back in there that he had in that toolbox.
You know what, Patriot? On all I
I'm
know,
like, I'm just going to drive
me and my
back, grab
sister-
the toolbox, and come back home. He can deal with everything else. But he
me
had
and my
this like
sister,
little green toolbox that was about the size of an old school metal tackle box. And he has so many tools in there that when you pick it up, the freaking lid would bend up.
yeah,
And he was the only one that could figure out how to get everything back in there right.
yeah.
I
Well, me and
swear
my
he had like a 500-piece tool set.
we
in
were
this
in
little
cahoots.
foot-long tackle box about 4 inches tall.
We were in cahoots. She gets the 1988 Ford Mazda 4-drive pickup truck, whatever it is, and I get the tools. Okay, no big deal. Both agree to it. I put tools in storage. She puts the pickup truck in her son's name, and here we are. Now we're trying to get rid of the house. Trying to get rid of the house for like $10,000 more than it's worth, really. And it shows like 3 times a week. We don't get an offer one on it. So I mean, it's just like, what do you do? I mean,
Yeah, my dad's already got it set up with a
I moved in
realtor
my
and an
mom's.
auction company because
Yeah,
my
I
dad
mean-
is a pack rat.
my dad was a real estate broker, so I mean, he's there. He knows all the friggin' works. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already got the realtor set and everything too. But it's like, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. I mean, it's just the market that it's in.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, it's a rough one right now.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
sad.
know my dad's house will sell because he's already been offered way more than he paid for it, and he's like, no, I'm not selling it because he's got the best lot in town. He's on the corner right by the park. There's a Methodist church and a Christian church, and then it's my dad's
That's
big,
the
like
same way my dad
3,000 square foot house.
Straight across the road is a Baptist church. To the right of him is a Christian church, and to the left of him is a elementary school. He's got 1.3 acres, and it's in a prominent area of Campbell County, Kentucky, and it's on the market right now for $199,900. And you cannot touch another property anywhere close for any less. But it's like, I'm just trying to get rid of it. I don't care. I don't care if I make a dime on it. I don't want to make a dime on it. I just want to get rid of it. I just don't want the headache of
Shit,
having to
if
friggin'
you're
pay.
giving away for free.
I just don't want the headache of paying the friggin' electric and utilities for another month, you know?
That and the
What do you
taxes.
do?
Well, folks,
I
it's
know,
6 o'clock.
I know a lot of families that have lost their loved ones' stuff over stupid taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, too often.
But not only
Too often.
that, but in Kentucky, we've lost a lot of them in Western Kentucky. There's a lot of people that lost houses altogether. You know, I mean, tornadoes and shit. I mean, and we can't get rid of it. I mean, the realtor said, oh, it's selling low 200s. So I listed it, put it on the market for $199.9. What happens? Nothing. It shows about 3 times a week. Somebody puts an offer in. It's like, I can't sell it no less. I mean, I don't know. I'm just stuck with it.
Yeah.
What was that there, Tom?
Well, I'm starting to get tired, and it's
All right.
started to get late a long time ago.
Tom, it ain't getting late. It's getting early.
Well, you got a point there. As long as I can get to bed before the birds start singing, that's what I always say. Anyway, well,
Best your mic's
seriously,
muted.
if anybody is in touch with Virginia Roots, I was hoping she would feel up to making it here tonight. But anybody that knows how to get in touch with her, please convey
Our
my
condolences.
heartbreak for her.
Our condolences.
Would it be okay if we had a quick prayer before we part company?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Brother.
All right. Heavenly Father, we've come to you tonight with heavy, broken hearts. There's 30 some of us here together, all of us feeling the same pain. We ask that you touch us and be with us. Please provide peace and comfort to everybody here, and especially Ron's family. We know from his testimony he's safe in your arms tonight. But the rest of us are left hurting. So we pray your blessings on us and walk with us through the next few days and ease our hearts, Lord. In your name, amen.
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 So everybody
brother.
will
Oh, man.
do this again. And
Somebody's cutting onions again.
it'll be happy
Yeah.
and it'll be okay. And with that, I'm going to wish you all a good morning and blessings to everybody.
Tom, thank you very much, brother. Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you, brother.
Good
We'll all
night,
be back
morning,
together.
whatever you want to call it, everybody.
I love everybody, man. Love all of y'all, brother.
Yes.
Love you. Same
Much
here,
love.
Yeah,
man.
y'all have a good night.
Find peace.
Hey, Best, I'll send you a email.
Okay, I'll check it. I'm gonna give you my other email.